It's May 5th, 2026. I'm just gonna go right into executive session. Do I have a motion for executive session consultation with the code officer on pending 1 MRSA at 4056H?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, so it's 5:30. So it is 6:10. Do I have a motion to get out of executive
I
session?
make a motion, we come out of executive session.
Second.
All in favor?
At 6:10.
At
6:10.
6:10, okay. We're gonna pause until the select board meeting starts at 6:30. So this is a continuance. We did start the meeting tonight because we had an executive session at 5:30. So I am gonna go into roll call. Richard?
Here.
Phil?
Here.
Scott?
Yes.
Sue? Here. And I, Carolyn. Pledge of allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. So we do have some adjustments to the agenda. So we're going to add under old business, Warren Stickney Road. That'll come under old business and I'll voice it at that time. There was a couple of adjustments on just some wording. So if you guys look at the agenda, and there's some wording changes. We just kind of lumped in a bunch of stuff on the town manager because of the magnitude of the meeting tonight. So, but otherwise, everything should be pretty much all in place.
That would be item H. Added.
Item H.
On the second page.
No, we're going off of the new agenda. So there's no H.
It's probably in your.
No, so, yeah, check it, yeah, we had to do, we kind of condensed, yeah, so, no, now it's gonna be under old business. All right, approval of the minutes, do I have a motion, approval of the minutes for April 21st, 2026?
I make a motion, we approve the minutes from April 21st, 2026.
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, it is approved. Great. Okay, consent agenda, approval of FY 26 payroll warrant number 53. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion for the approval of FY 26 payroll warrant 53.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Excellent, pass. Approval warrant FY 26 AP warrant 54.
I make a motion, we approve FY 26 AP warrant number 54.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Passes. Great. All right, we're going to move on to presentations. So Ann McMahon is not here, I heard. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll table that. Now it's the Budget Committee. They'll present their budget for proposal.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for having us here. We do have the budget numbers in front of you. We've all taken a number of weeks to go over these numbers. And you can see, you'll see following our review that we're really not too far off from the town manager's proposed budget. The numbers at the bottom line indicate that we're about $9,000 lower than the town manager's proposed budget. I still think that difference may not be entirely accurate, but we can go through the numbers. Just directing your attention to page 1, the town manager under the legal fees and the budget committee did recommend to increase the legal fees. That was a substantial increase. You'll see it under, it looks like 13-11 under the 1002, 13-11 for legal.
Hold on one second.
Halfway down the first page. It says 13.
I might not be on the same.
So page 1, about halfway down.
Is it this
Page
one?
2?
Is it this one, Rich? Richard's
It's a long form.
Do you have a, Richard?
This one, Rich.
It was printed today.
I don't have that.
Yeah,
I printed one for
First
you.
page of
Plenty.
Did you put it on the
13
So is this open for discussion as you get out through the items here?
Which is the first page.
It's up to you if you want to take it piece by piece, or if we want to ask for comments at the end.
I like to do piece
No, I
by
think
piece,
piece
but I
by
want to
piece.
know
Yeah.
where,
That's fine.
I need,
for whatever reason, all right, I'm sorry.
I'm looking for
I'm not-
my copy.
So on both
Government?
sheets, regardless of what sheet you're looking at, we're looking at line item 10-02-13-0-11, sorry. Under general government administration, which should be the first page.
I have an extra copy if someone needs it. I printed one at home too.
Right here. So,
You got another copy?
on the legal line, I have a suggestion.
Were they put in the boxes?
All right, 13, all right.
Once
Apparently-
one person's done.
Oh, God. All
So,
right, here we go.
so if,
13-11 legal.
is this, Carolyn, is this gonna be open for discussion line by line as we go through? Or how do you wanna do this?
It should be.
There's really
I-
not too many changes.
Yeah, I don't think there's many changes, so,
Okay.
yeah, why not?
All
So
right.
I just found it, so.
So, you're at legal?
Correct.
Okay.
At legal.
The suggestion I have, and what's the total number on that line, Rich?
It's $150,000, increased from $50,000.
Okay, I don't have a problem necessarily with a target of 150. What I would like to see as a process is the line item be reduced to 50, and if we need 2 increments of that going forward, we approve so at town meeting through warrants. And what that does, it means that this board has to, in public, approve the next $50,000 with an explanation. That process serves the people well in terms of staying up with budget items that grow like that, and it's no harder to do for this board. But it allows people an explanation of why it's exceeding the 50, and I just think that's good policy.
Can we all comment on this?
You can
Yeah,
comment
so
more.
Phil,
between the select board and the
Yeah.
budget.
we did some, this is one line item we did some extensive research
You
on.
did.
We, at the time, I think it was the end of March, we had 151,000 spent.
Yeah,
We really didn't see, and then we looked at surrounding towns, and they ranged from Raymond being at 800,000 to even Baldwin being at 250,000.
yeah,
We thought that to be, put a real number down
yeah.
of what actual expenditures are going to be was a more prudent way to do it.
I hear that argument. I still think it's a better way to do it incrementally, and what it does to me is it's a deterrent to spend. And I like that built into our system and approved by the town meeting. That's all.
I mean, I appreciate the fact that it's a deterrent to spend, but what happens when the bills come in and the town does not approve?
All we have to do at any select board meeting, if it's approved in the warrant, $50,000 increments, is that we have to have a conversation and explain it to the public, and then we vote to approve it. It's that simple.
Okay.
It's simply a third-party look at what we're doing.
But
4 years ago, our legal bill was $17,500. And as of late, we have launched into huge legal bills with multiple categories of payment. We're currently overspent in our year.
Yeah, I think a lot of folks in town are aware of why we
I
spend
agree
it.
with your thinking about being prepared, but if you load for bear, you might go hunting for bear. So I'm suggesting to you that a town management team, which is what we are, if they know they don't have that kind of money and they gotta go back to the stockholders, the townspeople, they might be a little careful about what they do and what they say, and less inclined to start fights over ego.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking to hunt here. I'm looking at what we've spent to date, and I'm trying to get
Very
to
reasonable.
an accurate number. I think a 3% increase on the town budget, and when you compare that to the rest of the surrounding towns, we're looking pretty good this year.
Yeah.
I think you're looking very good this year.
I have to respectfully disagree with you because there's no way this town can do 50,000.
No.
I just don't see it. I mean, just current costs, how the town is growing only. Even if you just look at how the town is growing, it's gonna open up exposure to things. I personally, as a taxpayer, and I'll take them out of this role, I hated seeing 50 and knowing you guys were gonna ask for more. I hated it. As a taxpayer, I thought you're hiding something. I'm just telling you, that's how it was perceived.
The other point here is, we're going through a massive curve of expense and legal because of what happened prior to this CEO. And I'll just not explain things beyond.
No,
I think everybody
I
gets
understand.
I think everyone understands that. I would hope.
But that, you still
And
gotta bear
I
that
think
fruit.
that's gonna be a crest, and I think it will come down.
I think the problem is that you're gonna spend this real quick, and then you're gonna have to start going into something else.
I'd just rather have to have this board, and I won't be here, quite frankly. But I'd be more than happy to sit here and explain it if I was on the board, because I think that's the process.
Well, why don't we,
Well, it's your budget.
we're gonna
It's your
have to go,
budget.
we'll have to go back to it. Why don't,
To,
do you think we should just?
to me, a lot of the legal stuff, it isn't us hunting either.
I
It's
think it's-
legal suits coming our way. So we have to be prepared, as far as I can see, to be, equal with other towns and stuff. But if we're at 150,000, Baldwin's 250, I don't think that's an unreasonable number.
No, not when you
And
compare
if we
the
spent that
population.
much already, I get it.
And if the 150 is there, it doesn't mean we have to spend
Spend
it.
it.
Exactly,
No.
I
I
can go
think
back
we're
into
very-
the
If
annex.
the 50 is there, and then we have to go ask for more, I think that's more work than it's necessary, because it's already there, and we don't have to
Yeah,
spend
no.
on 50.
I
Yeah.
can say that I don't think we're out there looking to get ourselves in legal battles
No.
too.
Right, no, I know we're not.
Rich, Baldwin is budgeted 250?
That's what John had
Yep.
done on the research. on
Karen,
it.
did you guys, do you remember, you have a good memory? Was that one of the numbers we came up with?
Yes.
Yeah.
Baldwin's at 250.
Yep.
250 on Baldwin, and then it was 800
850 in
in
Raymond.
Raymond.
We should try not to
Casco
kick on
is-
this,
I'll
but
tell
it's
you-
also reasonable to be prepared.
Yeah.
There's towns, Sue and I attended a GP
GP Cobb.
meeting, and it was very interesting to hear what the other towns have.
Yeah.
I mean, we sat there like, whoa. So
It's a great meeting.
it was a very, very, very
Education.
good, yeah, it was a very good meeting.
Yeah.
So
And you know, I
we're
mean,
we're in a good place.
Raymond had that case that everyone.
Oh,
has
yeah.
seen as
Yeah.
well. So
But,
that's.
Then you
and
gotta
you know,
throw
we're
that out.
in a spike right now in this town. I mean, the town's gonna go like this. I mean, we're gonna spike and then things are gonna slow down. So
Right,
we
that's what I-
hopefully look at it next year and
I think
sandbag it.
I think we're in a better place than we were a few years
Yeah, I
ago.
do
for
too.
sure.
So basically, lawfare has reached Sebago, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
So let's,
If you wanna-
why don't we keep going?
It's not the
and
world we
you can
used to
always
live
come
in
back to
where
us.
handshake was good and stuff. Everybody's too happy nowadays,
let's-
from what I see.
Why don't we continue and see what else
Yeah,
is gonna pop up?
So while I do appreciate the conversations that we will have throughout, we do have to present our version of the budget, and then the select board can make their necessary changes.
Go for it.
So under the next section, we're at 10-04, general government. This is under the selectmen. The selectmen had requested an increase from $16,320 for stipends to $50,000. That motion failed before the budget committee. We did approve $35,000 for the select board, so that would be $7,000 for each member.
I'm looking for, what page is on
It's
that?
Same page.
it's
Same,
01.
first page,
All one.
second.
It's 01, not 10, it's 01-05.
10-04.
Yeah, go
No,
down a
it's,
few more.
Richard, it's 01-05.
10-04.
10-04.
Dash 01 dash
This is the numbers.
I really wish you guys had the same visual.
10-04.
Mine doesn't have that, mine has 0.
I was working on the other one.
It's
I
okay.
just got this one.
It's
It's
okay.
right here, Richard, 10-4, and it's this one right here.
The names of the specific line items don't change, so when I recite a line item, I have to recite the
Oh, it is in the
subheading,
Bible.
which is the bold.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
10-04, that's the number that I start with. And then it's -01,
Gotcha.
-05. I'm used to doing that when I had to submit invoices for the rec department.
Me too.
All right.
Okay, we're with
Perfect.
you.
All right, so.
Got it now.
That was that. I know the select board gets to approve its own salary at the end of the day, so I'll move along.
Yep.
Wait a minute, I'm not done with that yet.
All righty.
I'm trying to decide what the increase is in percentage. It looks like just under 100% increase. Well,
So-
we're asking the rest of the town to take a 3% increase.
Yes.
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 Correct.
Somehow that just doesn't seem like you're going to demoralize the 20 or so staff that we have when we ask them to take 3 and we're going to take 100.
Well-
Maybe you should ask them to take 2,500.
Beg your pardon?
2,500 for the year,
2,500%?
dollars.
No.
It's a dollars thing.
In the past, we've had the same amount of stipend for the selectmen since my mother was a
No,
selectman.
we had an increase every year when I was on the board for 13 years.
No,
We had an-
we didn't.
Yeah, we did. I was sitting there,
Careful.
so we did. Had an
I'm
increase.
fine. But
So when I looked at this, I looked at that it's bringing us up to what the other stipends that are being paid for the other boards, or the other stipends that are paid out. That's how I looked at this.
I don't think the town recognizes how many hours we
that
put
we put
in,
in.
how many meetings we have. I can tell you that, I know as a chair and co-chair, we're up here probably 3 times a week minimally, having meetings, having lawyer meetings, having discussions with the CEO. It's a lot of work. The town is a lot of work right now, so.
It's always a lot of work, but
It's been a lot of
lately-
work right along too.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I mean, you know, the,
And we all have full-time jobs,
You ran for
so.
office, it was $3,500. There was no conversation about, I want to raise it 100%.
No, it was $3,000 as a stipend for selectmen.
I think it was 31, 41. but anyway.
Okay, well,
amounts of
we'll argue about this,
$252.
obviously, that's
Hold on,
fine.
this was my crusade.
There's
so I think-
another issue here, John.
Yes.
You should not comment on this because it's a raise for your wife.
You're
You
correct.
you
And you
should
know
not
what? The
comment.
$7,000
You
isn't
should
gonna
be
make my house.
silent on this.
Yeah, well, I'm a selectman, so how's that gonna work? I have to approve the budget.
You
did the
you-
same
It is
thing.
problematic, I guess.
Well, it's
The
a
little problem,
problem.
yeah, no, you
I
know,
had to get off that board when I was select person.
you have to go off what board?
That one,
The budget?
yes.
Okay,
So that's a point I think is logical to make here.
okay. No, there's been a lot of
If you're
them.
gonna be on the board, I have no
Appreciate
problem with
Do
other
me a favor,
things.
don't do this. I don't like
I'm
that.
sorry, John. Refrain.
Okay, can we move on, Richard, please?
Sure.
You should refrain from conversation on that item.
I'll take that.
Ann, did you have a
Thank you.
comment?
I'm not gonna get into this back and forth, guys.
No,
I'm
right.
going to make this comment. I spoke about this at the last budget meeting we had, and I understand all this, but this is public service. And you have to be able to manage your time, and I know it's a lot of time, I've been there, I've done that, and I sympathize with you. But there has to be some way that you can have less meetings and get things done just the way, and it's a management thing, you know?
I don't disagree with you, but we've been through how many town managers and how many,
I understand.
and how many lawsuits and how many things we've had to do, I mean,
There's a
you
lot.
know what?
If I could,
If we're gonna sit here and stop doing that, I mean, who wants the job?
no, but
Because I don't see anybody jumping in for this job right now.
But I do think that that is a concern maybe for everyone, you know, maybe we're not paying our town staff enough, maybe we're
You're
not.
not.
Maybe we're not picking the right town manager, and we're trying to go cheap 3 years ago,
Yeah.
and we get what we pay for, and this is where you end up. So I think we
Yeah.
should consider that going forward, because once this board burns out 3 times because you're doing all the work, and you're not delegating to the town staff, no one's gonna want the job.
Yeah, I
And
don't
no one's
disagree
gonna
with
want
that.
that job either.
I don't disagree with you.
It's a concept, I see it, and I'm concerned, so I say that as a resident.
So,
Just as a reminder, there are 5 people running for 2 seats this year. That hasn't happened in a long time.
in respect to this board,
6.
this is a lot of work. It's more work than I think it has ever been before because of all the lawfare and all the executive sessions and everything. The amount that they're offering to pay us is a pittance compared to what it's really worth. I have a problem with this because we're asking our employees to take a 3% raise and we're taking substantially more. Like John said, the money is not what it's about, to him anyway. I'm going to hold my peace here. I'm concerned that our staff is going to see it Differently, we're asking them to take 3% and we're taking 100.
So
Not
what
that
was,
you're not worth it.
no, okay, so when was the last time your mother was a selectman?
Long years, ton of years ago. I don't remember them getting.
So was it over 15 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
No?
My mother?
oh, your mother, I'm sorry.
Yeah. They got 2,500 for quite a few years, then it dropped, went up to 3,000.
And you said every year
That's still the same
there was
number
a
that we're
stipend
getting.
increase?
We did, and
So when
one,
did that stop?
I got off the board, I don't know. I mean, but
But I think,
one year, we went back, we decreased our salary because the budget was high.
Yep.
And then somebody came and put our salary back up. Do you remember that, Bill?
The year it went back up, it was the year Scott outvoted me by one vote. I might as well add some humor.
But, you know, it's your budget, you do what you
what a
want.
memory, huh?
Just to get it out there.
That's fine,
No.
that's fair.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we want to look at
That's-
something else?
So we're on to page 2, folks, and under the bold heading, 10-18, general government elections.
Yep.
Dash 01-07 wages.
Yep.
I see that increase. I don't recall going higher than the town manager's suggestion. I don't know if anyone else recalls that. I'm not sure what the
To
difference was.
the 12,000,
Yeah,
Wasn't that the
363. Did you need more help for moderators or something, wasn't it?
So,
That's elections, though.
right, that's elections,
elections.
and,
But wages would be,
but this one doesn't show the numbers that I put in. So we have the lines that were created, I provided the amounts. So that's to include the moderator, and the moderators
there was
around.
a subheading.
Right, and those subheadings were, I know that they were created and I broke everything down in an email.
It does say include moderator,
But-
but in this, I don't know, this came to me, all I did was update numbers with a couple
Okay,
letters.
so what I can do is, I do believe I sent the board, I had sent the board the numbers that were going, and I also budgeted in there for law enforcement. Patty had built a line for, there's one for professional services, which would be the moderator and law enforcement.
Yeah, I saw that.
And we
That's a good
need,
thing.
so, and last year I was not able to have input on my budget. And anything we do election-wise truly does need to come out of our town meetings, special town meetings, our state and federal elections, as well as going to the school, so that it really breaks down, and the time that is spent after elections, so that it really gives the town a full view of what part elections is in the town.
Yeah, so I see that it was included in the last
So
sheet
did
that
I break
we-
it down
It
in
was
the other
broken
one?
down
Thank
with
you.
3,600 and then 800 for training, so that makes sense.
So what we're really talking about here is $21,000 against $204,000, which was our 26 budget.
no, you had 12,368. Last year was
It was 70.
79,
Are we talking
68.
about wages?
It is wages, but the problem
It's on the
is
sub.
this $12,368 number, it includes $3,600 for the moderator and $800 for the training
And also for law enforcement.
and for law enforcement. So those are broken down separately on another sheet.
It is broken down. I thought so.
So is the total right for that category?
Yes, the
anyhow?
total is correct.
Perfect, okay.
The 12,000, yeah,
That'll help, bro.
12,368, right?
12,368, that should be correct.
It just doesn't show all the subtitles. I
But
get it.
it
But basically,
should.
basically those two numbers should match, basically, is what I'm saying. The town manager should be the same as what the committee recommended.
Yep.
Okay.
Moving right along onto the next page, so we're still under the heading for 20-06 Public Safety Rescue. At the bottom continues on to page 3, and then the subheading line. We're getting into the electricity lines.
Yep.
And we had noticed that the electricity costs are going up, everyone's recognizing that. But our heating oil spent to date was actually going down. So we increased the electricity under 0503 for electricity utilities. under that line item, and we decreased the heating oil from $7,900 to $5,000 because they hadn't even spent more than $2,000 to date on the heating oil.
Yep.
Then,
That trade-off is the heat pumps.
There's no heat pumps down there.
there's no heat pumps at that
Where is
location.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, it is a,
So, continuing down, I didn't see any other changes between ours and the town manager's budget.
On the public works on solid waste, did we end up putting money for 2 new cans in that? Or was that in the CIP?
I think that was in CIP.
Okay.
Yeah.
You skipped right over.
Bring up the statements.
Yeah, we have to bring the
Planning board.
Yeah, it's at 1026.
I'm not opening my mouth, sorry.
You can, John.
I got in trouble.
What line is
Not
that?
the first time.
I know.
You got broad shoulders.
Which line is that?
I've been trying to get
It's here.
It's, 10, 16.
1016, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really change that.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
You said you put it on.
Did we discuss that one?
What was it for, 1016?
So,
So everything else looks in check.
well, my apologies though, because the last sheet that we had gone over, when we got to the bottom line, the math wasn't mathing. We asked for corrections to be made. Now the math's not mathing on a certain number of items that my colleagues are commenting on and reminding me correctly that on page 2, 10-16, general government, general assistance, going down to that line item, it's 13-25, GA administration. The proposal was for $7,000. We spent way over that number this year. We do get it reimbursed, and John Calabrese had indicated that we should be accurate on both line items, including the revenue. So we're going to be expending $65,000 this year. We're raising that number to $65,000, but we'll be reimbursed $40,000 on the revenue side. So we wanted to make it
70%
accurate.
to get back, right?
Exactly. So we wanted to show that we're spending the 65 so that we have the 65 when it's time to spend it.
Yep.
But we also wanted to show that revenue in the revenue section for
That makes sense.
$40,000, just so it's more transparent.
Yeah, it makes sense to do that too.
And I think Patty will be able to make those
That's
changes.
done.
That's done.
I
yeah.
did that about an hour or so, a couple hours ago. I had a note on it, but it didn't say which line items to be increased. So obviously, you have to plug it into it.
No, that's fine.
And I got those numbers maybe an hour or so ago, and it is up now.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, we had made that request by email.
Thank you, Pat.
Real quick, I'll tell you where the number differences are, so you know why it's 65. 10-16-2913, house person. That one we had 850. You see 850 as a budget number. Actual expenditure is 7917, 7,917.
On house person instead of 850?
Yeah, so the actual expenditures, we were wondering why it was off so much, right? You spent
7,900 and what?
17. These are actual numbers.
17.
And the item right below it, rental 29-15
Yep.
is budgeted at 15,000. The actual expenditure is 44,975 or 95, excuse me. So the numbers, when we were doing the budget, we were told that 60,000 was spent already, but the number was 35. It just didn't run for me. So I Patty and I kind of dug into it, and finally, as of an hour ago, we figured it out.
Yeah.
So
Very good.
that's why we're at 65. And then also, as Rich said, if we have a correct number there, we'll be able to track what the revenues, because we should get back at 70%, will definitely be, that increase.
Clear. It'll be clear to you at that point.
No, I
Yeah.
know that.
Thank you, John.
They have to be.
Yeah, she tracked them out on the email. You can take a look at it. I'm not going to go over that right now. Moving on to page 3.
The stipends, page 2.
Okay. Karen, you can talk anytime you want to. Just raise your hand.
I got it.
All right.
So You still on page 2? Okay, where?
10-22, Appeals Board, new stipend.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, so that's a new stipend there for the appeals board, that's $500 per member.
Yep.
The planning board compensation, that's a new line item there, that's $1,000 for each member on the planning board.
Yep.
The reason why I didn't focus on it is because the town manager had proposed those numbers as well.
Where's the planning board stipend?
Planning board is 10-26 there is no line item allocated right now, but it says compensation.
Okay.
I just hadn't put numbers with it yet.
Yep.
It's good, they work themselves to death as well.
No, they do. And the appeals board is right above them.
Appeals board.
See, we're not all
does
that
good.
stingy.
Well, you know, I mean, the school committee gets $1,500 a member, but we donate it back to the schools, so. That's me being holier than thou, in case you didn't know.
Maybe if people treat me nice, I might do the same.
Well, we don't have all the controversy, you know, we're just trying to take care of kiddos,
Yeah.
doing God's work. So page 3. We went over those increases, the electricity went up, the heating oil went down. Continuing down the page, don't see any major increases. Phil did note that we had a decrease on the dry hydrants this year, so that went down $5,000.
That's nice.
That's pretty much it for page 3, unless committee members have any comments. Moving on to page 4, we see the basic COLA increases, the 3% increases for staff there. There are really no major changes year over year for those numbers. Culverts went down a bit on road supply. That's just because we had some in stock. I seem to recall that we had some conversation about the diesel prices going up, and we were concerned as to whether or not this $15,000 number under Public Works for snow removal would be enough.
Probably not.
But, you know, I mean, that's really
It stays where it is.
If it stays where it is,
Right.
it's not even
No, I know,
close.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's something, we didn't really vote on a number change, but it's definitely something for the select board to consider going
I
forward.
think we'd be closer at the 22.
I'm sorry, where is
We're
it?
on 304, 3004,
3004, okay.
0905.
Diesel.
Diesel, yeah.
It was 22,000 before, he dropped it to 15.
Where are we to date on that ballpark?
I think today we were pretty close to the 15, but we're not done with the year.
Yeah, we got till July. I got a Bible here, I can tell you.
Yeah, and the increase just happened.
And whether where the gas prices
So you
are
don't see
going?
it.
Yeah, but this was under the snow removal section, so I'm not, you know, we're not.
Diesel, we're probably paying at least
We're at
5 something,
18,109 as of the end of the month.
18,000.
And that
So
was May?
So that's, we had 22 in there last year, so we'll spend all of the 22
All of
easy.
that.
Well, that, I mean,
And some.
unless, that's under your snow removal budget though, there's no more snow.
Yeah, well,
There hasn't been nearly as much snow year over year.
So do we consider it going to 20 and
I'd
Or
say
is
keep
there
it
a-
at the 22.
keep it at 22?
Is there another line that's not snow removal?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll
that
be in the
comes
summer
later on.
roads.
No, it's just above it.
Oh, right, yeah, just
Yeah.
above it. The
Section
diesel
top.
was, it's 0905.
Oh, that's when I was looking at.
Seventh line from the top.
17,000,
That was at
and
17,000.
he kept it there.
So you're under the top part of the page, or 17, and it stayed 17.
We didn't really make a change on that. John, I don't know if we had a year-to-date on that one.
You have it here to date on that?
Year to date on summer roads.
905.
0905.
Yeah, it's under 3002 or 905.
But I did ask the town.
We're at
That's
18,000,
the one I read to you before, sorry.
Okay.
407.96.
Yeah, so that's why
The
that
summer
one didn't
roads.
change, but then year-to-date on the snow
And
removal.
winter roads, we were at 12,937.04.
Oh, so we're only at 12.
Yeah, I read the wrong line, apologies.
So we're, you know, it's like we are under budget, but if
But
the.
the
I don't
cost
see the,
increases,
you know,
doubled
going
it.
down, but-
I think that we asked the town manager if he thought we were okay with this, and he said for now he thought we were, and, you know, so.
Yeah, just don't spend that legal,
Yeah.
the legal fees. Will be fine.
Sure.
All right, so continuing on down, it's the same story in Public Works and Solid Waste. We have 30-06, 0503. We increased the electricity just because the cost, we had already spent over $2,000 on that line item. There's no major changes. Continuing down towards the bottom, hazard waste, Public Works hazard waste, the electricity's pretty much stayed the same. We weren't spending over $7,000 on that line item. Now we're on to page 4, I believe.
Wait a second. Good.
Yep,
The 0503 electricity went from 1,000 to 2,800?
Yes.
yeah, it's just, I mean, we had spent pretty darn close to that year to date already on that line item.
How's that possible? It tripled?
Cost of electricity.
Is it the heat pumps?
How's your electrical bill? Is it going up?
It's the heat pumps.
That's the transfer,
So I'm just
Yeah.
asking you.
Oh, this
does
is
it
the
really-
transfer station?
It's Public Works.
Public Works solid
Last
waste.
summer was also a hot summer, so that AC was quite rocking and rolling.
Yeah, that's true too.
Remember that?
They don't have a heat pump there, they just have.
They don't.
No, they just have a regular
AC.
They got an
AC.
AC.
They might need a new one.
They probably do. An energy efficient.
Not from
Yeah, the one there is
1942.
pretty.
It's not a lot of money, It
It's
just
not.
was
No, I
a triple
see.
when it jumped out at.
That's a Walmart thing. Someone went
Yeah,
down
spend
there and picked up a new
$300
one.
and save.
Holy
I
crap.
think the only thing we looked at
That
was
was a lot
actually.
of time here, I think.
I mean, are they using the compactors a lot? I mean,
Well, waste, there's more people moving into town, the compactors get used as much as they
Oh,
do,
yeah.
but the increase in, Pastor Fred told me the increase was up to, they were 19% higher or something
I
already
mean, you
this
do
year.
see the containers rolling away a
Jim
lot
shook
more
his head,
often.
yeah.
than
Yeah,
they used to, you
I've
know?
noticed
So,
that.
yeah, a lot of the stuff there does use up some serious electricity.
So it's just something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, good point.
So down there, towards the bottom, we're into the town hall, so that starts at the bottom of page number 3, 30-14, continuing on to the next page. The electricity did go up as well. You know, I know we get the offset with the solar panels and whatnot, but we still spent, year to date, we were over 2,500 for the electricity, so we want it to be reasonable.
So again, we went from 800 to 2,900.
Well, it's 800 was budgeted, we've already spent.
It was budgeted in 25, which
In
is
26.
reasonable that it was budgeted again in 26, which means it must have made budget.
What we found when we did the budget process is all our electricity that we have throughout the town, everything was over its limit or close to it, so, and it's still, we have till July, so it's.
We got no choice, we gotta use,
It's
we
a
gotta
cost
pay
thing, it's just, everything's gone up in prices.
So just, I have probably 20 different accounts, and while I wasn't watching, some of the accounts went to 18 cents a kilowatt, while the standard offer was 12 cents a kilowatt. And I had gotten into this, they said, oh, we're gonna save you money. Well, they saved me money for about a year, but when I wasn't looking, they did this.
Oh, that's, yeah, those are
So-
third parties.
So
yeah.
I'm
just
bringing
go
this
on the
up,
mail.
thinking, John, you might want to take a look at who we're doing business with for electricity, because they were getting me for 18 cents a kilowatt, and I've dropped it back to 12. Seems like we should be able to go further than that. But going from 800 to 2,900,
Yeah, I mean, CMP has increased their rates.
Actual,
Okay.
actual net line item's 2557.
and we already spent it.
We already spent.
And we're not done with
So
the year.
what I'm suggesting to you is maybe we entered into a contract that we need to review.
No, so your bait and switch companies are those third-party vendors. They
parties.
get you in a teaser rate for 6 to 12
Yeah.
months, and then they switch it on you. So the advice that you receive from the Attorney General's office and everyone else is stay with CMP, even though CMP, every time they ask for a rate increase, guess who gives it to them? The state. So that's the PUC.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous. You know, maybe.
Sounds like a
Anybody
social
paying an
commentary.
electric bill does.
Political commentary.
No, but it's really unfortunate. You're pricing people out of their own homes.
Yeah.
You know, you tell them to convert to heat pumps and then you jack up the
That's
rates.
right.
Great.
Yeah, I agree. I agree
Unless
completely.
the 25 budget, we don't know what was expended. It's down here, 800 was budgeted, but
No, I'm sure it went over that
Oh, yeah.
number. It was just one of those things that we
Yeah.
covered it with another line item, you know.
Yep.
So continuing down, I do notice an error under custodial. It's 1305, right under the electricity, heating oil, LP gas, custodial, our number should match the town manager's number. We didn't,
5,500?
yeah, it should be 5,500, it shouldn't be a decrease.
And the total on that section should be 25,300, not 23,300.
Right, because of the increase in the electricity. All right, so this is not only a presentation, but a double checking quality control exercise.
So custodial didn't get a 3% raise, huh?
No, they got 25% about. Continuing down to the town garage, the electricity went up. We'd already been spending over $1,100, so we wanted to make that accurate. Don't see any major changes. The buildings general, that's another error as well. Historical Society underlined 30-38. They had only requested 2,500, so that number should match on our side as well.
So the 5,700 is going back to 2,500?
Correct.
I remember that.
I remember that.
We asked to roll over cemetery.
Yes.
Yeah, the cemetery
Yeah.
can be rolled over.
Yep.
And then the Sebago days, I am not going to present any number. It's whatever the select board wants, and I'm gonna move right along. And if everyone wants to talk about Sebago days, you can do that at the end. Whatever they want, they should get, but that's.
I have all the backup, I
We
already
just didn't
provided
have
it.
all the numbers.
I already provided it all, so.
That's great.
All set.
All right, so now I think we're on to page 5, unless I stand corrected. I don't see any major changes between our numbers and the town manager numbers whatsoever. There really were no increases across the board all the way through the library at the bottom. And
Tell you
then,
what, it's very impressive because, like I said, that meeting, the numbers on the other towns' budgets right now are going nuts.
they're 6 to 12% higher
It's
across the state.
insane.
It's
I
really-
mean, what an eye-opener.
Oh, it is.
We're really,
No, I know, and you know, this is a really great year for the school as well. They
Yeah.
were about 1.5% up, so when
Everyone's
you average
definitely
everything
good.
out, you know, we might be under 3% at the end of the day, so.
There's a pot of gold out there, so we just go collect
Oh,
that.
hey. So unless other committee members have any other comments or things we want to mention, I think that concludes the.
I guess that we had a question for CIP because there was nothing under
Yeah, the
beach
tank.
hey guys,
restoration.
come on.
And Phil, you were on CIP, right? But there were, I guess we wondered why there was nothing on the beach restoration when you've got the beach committee going. So I guess that's just a question.
I think there's an amount in that budget
Where is
already,
it?
correct?
There's $4,970 was budgeted in 2026.
But we're 27.
Where's the beach?
We didn't budget
There's
nothing.
$52,000 in that account.
In the CIP.
I was thinking there was 50.
There's 52,000.
Oh, so the savings account has plenty.
But there's
Oh, It's in
52,000.
CIP
Yeah.
already,
What?
That's
Thanks.
nice.
not expended. so
Yeah, we just didn't need to add to
I
it.
kind of felt that was a good start,
That's great.
that's all.
I mean, I guess before we do conclude,
Oh, it's got its own little. It's got its own section. Sorry.
before we do conclude, I would put in just a last comment. I know we didn't have time to meet and talk or vote on this, but just looking at comparable salaries for rec directors as we begin to hire a new rec director, it would be nice if we could get closer to the $60,000 number. I know no one wants to hear another increase, but it would only be like a $5,000 increase. It would go a long way to retaining someone that can stay here for a long time.
Yep.
And as you all know, the more longevity you get with a rec director, the better the programming builds, and people just get to know that person. So, you know, I think we do have some great folks that are going to be applying, but if we could get more competitive, I think that would serve the town and allow us to kind of get towards those adult programming and senior programming that we all want to see. You know, it's just something that we've been able to grow, but it can be grown a lot more. And it's just a one-man show or a one-woman show. You know, whether however you want to call it. So I know it's a substantial salary, but that person is doing everything under the sun. It's a lot of admin.
I think we're gonna have to look at all of our wages, because I know personally, Public Works, your truck driver salaries and what we're paying our drivers and stuff, you're not able, like Jim's been trying to hire somebody forever, you're not gonna keep up with the commercial sector, and you're not gonna get people to fill them seats here.
Right.
And you're not doing it right now.
Yeah.
So it's getting time that we need to look across all our salaries and adjust to come up to the, stuff is costing ridiculous amounts. And Public Works is just I know that one specifically because you can't find drivers that will do that kind of work anymore. And what you find usually is older, retired people that come back and do it part-time.
Right.
Because you can go out in the commercial sector and make $40 an hour with a CDL.
Are you saying that the committee's recommending to bump from 55 to 60?
We really didn't vote on that, but just, after looking at applicants and talking to applicants.
I saw some of the applications.
I think Cameron, his time here, did a hell of a job, and I wish he could stay, but
No, I really
I
do.
think that rec department was a step in the right direction, for
He's
sure.
also been putting in a fair amount of 3 hours.
Yeah.
He's been putting in a lot more time than the job calls for, and it's just something that, I want to get the right person that kind of has that admin background. It's really, you think it's a hands-on job where you're doing things with everyone all the time, but it's really 80% admin. I hate to say it, you need a lot of that
It's a lot of work.
ability to respond to folks.
Well, we
Thank
have
you.
a lot of things this year we didn't have a year ago.
We do.
And the payback on that is 100% in the town. So that's more significant than some of these other items. I couldn't agree more. You want a motion?
I'm good with putting a
Madam Chair,
motion
you
on
want a
that,
motion?
to change it to 60.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. How do you want to go, well, we're gonna have to vote this anyway.
We'll have to vote.
That goes under administration.
No, I
Just
understand that, but I'm
plug
just
that
saying.
number in,
Yeah, I already plugged in all my notes, so
so we can do it as a whole
we can do it as a whole.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
with that
Okay.
increase.
Yeah.
So let's add that to the list. That makes great sense.
I know I got my pages all screwed up. Anything else?
No, I think that's about it. Thanks for your time. We
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank you.
Thank you guys for all your hard
Nice
work.
work. Nice work.
All right, select board. We got some changes here. Does anybody have any comments on any of the changes? Or how about one individually? I mean, anybody have anything to say?
I'm good with what they proposed, with the 60,000.
Yeah, well, we gotta go through the whole thing. We gotta do the
Yeah, I
whole
know.
budget.
No, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, as far as the
overall,
budget,
good.
I'm overall good too.
yeah. I'm overall good with the budget committees.
Yeah, I am too.
Carol, what did the numbers turn out to be in the increase for 27 and 26?
Between 27 and 26.
Yeah, that's what
Well,
the,
they're,
What was the increase?
Well, like I said, Richard, the math wasn't mathing, so I think
Yeah.
until we make all the little
There were
changes.
some little alterations.
There's a couple.
Right.
It's a big budget. Where did the numbers come out?
I mean, the numbers are gonna come out pretty darn close to where the town manager numbers are,
Which is,
it's
say the number out
1.3%.
loud,
the
please.
total budget for the town,
Yep.
$10,098,976.
What's that increase over last year?
That's a $300,000 increase over last year's budget.
So what's the percentage?
The percentage is about 3%, pretty darn straight.
Not bad.
What was social
straightforward.
security this year?
I have a clue.
2.8?
2.8,
Was it 2.8?
2.8. Teachers running 2.5.
Yep.
So for the 4 years before this,
Oh,
the
that
town
was a
took
big one.
52%, while
Yep.
social security took 23. Not that, I mean,
Yeah.
but inflation is what inflation is, and we all have to live with it, and we gotta get the job done too.
Patty, you took all the notes, right?
3% is
You
That was
did it?
actually very good work.
Some of them, but there were a few things that it didn't seem like there was a
Well,
clear
how did you?
decision on.
That's fine.
So,
That's fine.
that
What's the chance we're gonna blow through
10,098,
this budget
the
and
number-
spend more?
Yeah,
you.
that's fine.
I think it's, it's very accurate, the town manager, he did
I'm
the
good
work
at
to make
making a
sure
motion,
we're
or-
spending accurately
How
compared to
much
what
did
we
we carry
spent.
over last year?
I don't recall what the number was on
Does
that.
anybody have Patty?
Have
Pardon me.
revenues?
What did we carry over in the 26 budget that went unspent?
I honestly don't know, was not involved.
Does anybody have this number?
I know it was a decent number though.
Was it, the paving was a big,
Letitia?
almost 200,000 just in paving.
Right.
So if you budget for 3% increase and you don't spend it, and then after that it goes into designated
It's
fund.
not this, Patty, is it?
And we use that for emergencies, it's like our rainy day fund.
You know,
I don't know, so I'm gonna show you, I'm not even gonna voice it, because I am not good at this.
So when you folks pass that warrant though, being able to spend up to 5% of the undesignated, you can still do that this year.
Yep,
I believe so.
Yeah.
And we're probably gonna have to do
We
it
haven't
for
seen the
people.
list of warrants.
Has the budget
I hope
been
not.
touched?
I do too.
You
no,
guys haven't touched any of the?
We
it's
haven't seen
usually in
the
there.
list.
And you always gotta remember that a public works director can spend over 5% more of a winter roads maintenance budget in case of bad winters.
Well, some winters are worse than others.
Yeah, and that's a place where the road agent of the town, they don't even have to go to the board, nothing, they can do that without
So
even
this is the
asking,
current
is
for
a
last
fact.
July to March.
Adding a little salt to
Select board revenue report, you run this,
the
right?
rainy day fund is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Always a good thing.
It says to March.
Keep
They're
from having
they're good.
major shocks. Things go
All
wrong.
right, so we're gonna have to get an update, well, it won't be that much more. but-
Richard, are you good with the budget, the way it is?
I'm just curious if there's another year that we can voice.
Well, sounds good.
I'm either gonna vote for it or abstain. One or the other. I'll go
I
again.
think we're good to vote, Carolyn.
You're good to vote, all right, well, select board's good to vote. Who wants to make a motion?
You make it.
Can't be me.
I make a motion that we pass the budget the way it's presented here tonight by the Budget Review Committee.
With the
Minor changes, Carolyn, outline the changes, please.
I'll second that.
Okay. So wages, sorry, I don't have it in order. So the wages for the rec director will go from 55,166.8 to 60,000 even. Let's see.
Electricity.
The custodial, the custodial, I'm not good at this, let's see.
Do you want me to do
The
it?
custodial one,
You have to let it in.
yeah, we're gonna have to go, we have to match from the, but what is it under?
Under Public Works Town Hall.
Public Works Town Hall, so we're gonna match the 5,500, correct?
Yes,
Okay, so we're gonna match from 35 to 5,500.
yes.
Yep.
That was a correction.
Yeah.
We're going down to Public Works Historical. We're gonna be matching the building, 3827-01. So the 5,700 is gonna drop to 2,500.
Correct.
It's gonna match, it's gonna basically roll over.
We had two other changes on that page. You had an increase on electricity.
Yeah, but that's already there.
Them are already there.
It's already
Okay,
there.
okay.
Yeah, that's already there. We're gonna go back over to the diesel fuel for, okay, so what's that under?
Diesel
Public
fuel
Works.
for winter roads.
Yeah, winter roads.
Because the cost of
Yeah.
diesel going up, we're gonna keep it at the 22. Because the
So,
cost, we're gonna
okay,
keep it
so
at
it's
22.
not it's the regular one, so we're gonna, are we bumping that up? Because I wrote we're at 18,000 right now, so were we gonna?
20.
You wanna bump it to 20?
And then 22.
Does the select board agree that we're gonna bump the diesel from 17,000 to 20,000?
And for the winter roads, it's gonna be instead of the.
Is that a
50
motion?
No,
Well,
this is
we're in
all-
the motion.
And then in the winter roads,
And then the winter roads,
instead of 15,000, it'll
we're
be
gonna
the
go back to
22,000.
22,000.
Yep.
Okay. That's already in there. General assistance, we're gonna put actual numbers in there, so 10-16.
65.
Let's see, 13-25. That actual number is going to be 60, is it 65,000?
Yes.
Even?
Correct.
Okay, instead of 7,000.
Yeah, those numbers are already in and I
Okay,
sent
oh.
them over, but I didn't have time to reprint them.
Okay, so the-
Because
all right.
we worked on it just until an hour.
That's the total, that's the total number, not,
Oh,
65.
The total
okay.
number is
All right,
like
so you guys already broke that down?
Yeah.
All right, then I will.
He gave me the final numbers.
Okay.
Good.
And then, everything else stays the same. So there was only a couple of minors.
Okay,
So we seconded,
it was seconded.
and that's during discussion. So all in favor? Passing the budget? All opposed?
Abstaining?
Okay, sustained. All right, we're going with the budget committee. Thank you guys for your work.
Thank you all.
I'd like to make a comment, Carolyn.
Sure.
There's a dynamic happening here that's easy to point the finger at the town manager at this point and say, we're in a mess, we're jammed up again this year, and it's the town manager's fault that we didn't get there. It's not this town manager's fault. I want to be very clear with that. We had a town manager that I spoke to last September and said, we need to be doing CIP in November and December, so it's done before the holidays. So then the budget can start in January, like we've done in the past. When that doesn't happen, you wind up jammed up like we are. I almost feel the need to apologize to you, John, for this crap show.
And getting three alterations
So
in 24
thank you very
hours
much for
before
your patience.
the meeting.
Yeah, we always
Just move the numbers
in the
again.
past
Where's
have
my
done the CIP in late fall, and then
And that puts a hell of a
budget
burden on this
starts
one
in
too.
after January. So it does put a strain on the
Thank you as
system.
well, Letitia.
Cool.
So notes going forward. CIP, late fall, budget.
All right. We're gonna move on to old business. So again, thank you guys.
Thank you, gentlemen, ladies.
Let's see. So we're on old business A at the last, select board meeting. The board tabled, that's wrong. The planning board ordinance workflow chart, request, and it would be brought up at this meeting. So this was a Sue
It's Sue and Christina, so we
and
spoke,
Christina.
and we're going to get that done early next week.
So it's tabled to the next meeting?
Yes.
Okay. We have
What's
safety
that
committee, I'm sorry.
What just got tabled?
The ordinance
Ordinance
workflow chart.
workflow chart.
We don't even have a copy of it.
Old
so they
business
haven't-
A.
So they're working on it. Safety committee bylaws, the board asked to check the bylaws, if they were in compliance with the state standards. I don't know if,
I haven't heard anything.
you haven't heard anything? All right, well, I guess we still have to get that answer, so we'll table that answer to the next one. We have C, website comparisons. We do have a couple of attachments here, or in your packets.
Yep.
Zebra, Love, I don't know who makes up this stuff. And another one with Online Solutions, is that another company?
That's the one that we use now, right?
Oh, the Civic Plus, what we're using now.
We're on
Okay.
Civic Plus?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I knew there was another sheet, yes. All right, so right now, so is this total services per year, $4,100?
Is that the last bill?
It says December, or it was due in December.
Which one was that for?
The Civic Plus.
Yeah, there was just the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody read this, any comments on this? Because I personally have some comments.
Shoot.
So when I attended the meeting last week, Sue and I, GPCOG our membership allows them to come and review our website. with no charge. There are ADA laws that are coming into place for 2026, and I think we need to look at this a little bit deeper. So I thought it might not be a bad idea to get GP to look at it and to get their opinion on it. Again, it's part of our membership. Have someone come in who, knows and gives us direction and brings us up to date on all the ADA new laws and so forth. I tried looking it up and I just shut it off. I was like, no, I'm not even.
Sounds like a good idea.
It's not my gigs. I think we should keep these and put everything aside, but let's make a folder, and I'd like to see if we can get them to come in and take a peek at it and give us some direction from their point of view.
Carolyn, why wouldn't we have these people come in and do a presentation for us?
My understanding is that they have to review it, they have to come in and meet and kind of go through it first, and yeah, I mean.
And then they'll probably
do a presentation.
Before we buy into something,
I
we should
totally
probably see
agree.
it.
And there's so many rules and new laws and all this stuff. ADA, listen, hearing impaired, I didn't even think of it. But there's people that,
So that's all part of the
That's all part
almost
of it.
$4,000 that we pay today.
Yeah,
for
so
their
it's part of our
services.
membership, so, I mean,
GP cog.
yeah. So, I mean, if somebody wants to make a motion to have them come in and take a look at it and get their opinion, I think it's.
I'll make a motion
I
that
think it's a bad
GP
idea.
cog comes in and checks out our web services and then reports back to us, and maybe we can get some presentations in the future.
Is there any cost to that?
Second.
No,
GP
there's no
cog,
cost, it's part of our membership.
We already
GP
paid
cog,
the
we pay
membership.
them too.
We already pay our membership. It's part of it, it's a service,
It's free service.
free service.
I'm in the free service.
Yeah, I am too. So, Scotty, Phil, you seconded?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, so we're gonna do that, so would you mind reaching out to them and getting them to come in? That would be great, and we'll keep this, put it to the,
So we're looking at getting an improved and advanced website for what we have now. Is that correct? How are we going with this?
Yes.
yeah, Tony Plan said there was a
Something that's
lot of
more-
changes coming into play, so it's
Something more
time
user-friendly.
consuming, for the way I read it. D, proposed changes. All right, so we have road standard changes ordinances. We also have 2 fire ordinances that we have to review, so if you want to pull them out. Okay. So let's start with the roads. Christine, if you want to plug in, because Sue and I did come up and ask some questions about some of the comments that were made by the lawyers. So I'd like to get your impression on what you think first, and then we can take it from.
I was just gonna review what they put down in regards to road standards, like we can go through, okay, which sections we're gonna look at.
So that's the table, right?
Yep. Well, so if you could first go to section 4, and then page 4-9, I'm just gonna let you know, I mean, some of these are just, they didn't have any comments on. I'm just gonna blast through and then you can ask the questions at the end.
So 4-9?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're
So here
at
we
Black
go.
Lots, that one?
Yeah,
Okay.
so the planning board just changed the wording there from dwelling units to residential lots to align with state language. And then down under design criteria, they just made a reference to section 5 where there's more explanation of back lots on that page.
The design criteria, that one?
Yeah, there was no comments from the attorney on those.
Okay.
If you go to section 5, land use standards, page 5-21.
I didn't bring my big book.
5-21.
This doesn't go to 5, this only goes to 412.
It's another
Oh, there it
packet.
is. 5.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Is into the next one.
Does it need a packet? So 5-21,
So on this page, better definitions of private roads and backlot driveways are provided. The attorney recommends some cleanup to the language.
Where's the extra ones?
You fine? Are you guys all on that page?
I ain't got
He doesn't
hold
have
on.
one.
I just handy because I didn't think I needed it.
What page?
It's section 5, working standards, and it's 5-21.
I don't have enough, dash 21. Oh, wait, nope. Here, you can have it.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Right there.
So just a recommendation to clean up the language that the planning board had already came up with.
All right, so you're starting from private road.
Right.
And
So
then
that's where it just kind of
It's
explains what
starting
private
number
road
3,
is.
and then it goes right to backlot driveways?
Yeah. So the private roads references table 5-1 for standards states that the private road standard is designed to serve between 3 and 9 residential lots. The proposed ordinance included that the private road would be maintained by an owner or road association that shall not be accepted as a town road until it is proven to meet a standard as determined by the Public Works Director and a state of Maine professional engineer. Regarding maintenance, the attorney added after owner, this is the wording they added, or organization, group of private individuals such as homeowners association, condo association. They add that to bring clarity to the responsible parties. Also included by the attorney for town acceptance, that it will be placed on a town meeting warrant by majority vote of the select board and accepted by majority vote at town meeting. The attorney also recommended that the road acceptance policy be written into the ordinance for consideration of town acceptance. We can add this next year if the select board agrees. So that's what they had for the private roads. Then below that, they're talking about backlot driveways, where they outline that the access is to serve up to 2 residential lots. The attorney recommended that the backlot driveway be defined in the deed for the lot and also reference to the construction standards listed in table 5-1. All right.
Well, I apologize, just real quick, because I'm gonna have to recap all this. What was the first one that you want to change? Or you agreed to? You started out with?
With the first,
Yeah,
so
what's the
road
first?
standards is one that I'd like to move forward with, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, the one I'm asking, yeah. I marked it, but I didn't write it down, so I'm gonna have to point.
I'm just talking about all the changes relative to the road standards right now.
Okay. All right, and now what?
All right, so on page 5-23.
Yep.
Number 11 on that page, the attorney removes reference to waivers. There was 2 different attorneys that we received some information from, and they were conflicting, and they didn't, we want to wait until we can talk to our attorney. It's not something we need right now, so we'd like to not move forward with the waivers.
Right.
So in number 11.
Yeah, just skip, okay, I put no.
We removed the reference to waivers. We agreed that the proposed waiver language being removed from this round of ordinance changes. Number 12, the attorney added language to include the town attorney review and approve we included language to include the town attorney review and approve road association documents for the proposed private road prior to planning board approval. All of this is to protect the town. The cost of this will obviously be on the applicant and developer. Number 13, this section states that these standards apply to all new roads created after the adoption of this ordinance acceptance. The attorney recommends removing the section that allows permitting authority responsible to allow any non-conformance with the standards in this section, as it is his opinion that the Board of Appeals must grant the waiver. And they cleaned up the language a little bit there. Number 14, the attorney recommends that this section which discusses exemption of public easement roads from the standards. The planning board wanted this section included to protect the existing public easement roads constructed before the acceptance of this ordinance from being required to be brought to these standards. The attorney stated that we could keep the section but should remove "and private."
Say that again. No,
So
just
the public easement roads was one that everybody really wanted to have in there, not requiring them to be brought up to the standards. So they wanted to remove that, the attorney did, and we let them know that that's just not gonna happen, we need that in there.
Our town wants it.
So they just recommended that we remove 2 words, "and private,"
Yep.
because it just is confusing.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes. right, and then the table below, 5-1, there is a change to the title of that, which includes the roads and streets, and then also changing collector to major streets. That's a recommendation from him.
Yeah.
And this table was existing in the ordinance prior to this. Just additional information added by the planning board for backlot driveways and private roads. And notes, I'm sorry, if you go to the next page, you'll see that there's 2 notes at the bottom of that table. The attorney
5.4.
recommended that we remove both of those because, for one, we're not doing waivers, and 2, it's just a repeat of information that's inside that table.
Okay.
So there's 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Yeah. All right, and then down at the bottom, you'll see that waivers for roadway design standards is removed.
Okay.
All right, so that's it for the changes for road standards and comments from the attorney. And then, so I'll just say that the waivers one, we're not gonna move forward with this time. Staff level review, we'd like to not move
Where
forward
is
this
that?
time. Where's staff level review?
Yeah, where do you have that?
So there's a couple different sections that it's in, 6-3, which 6 is administration and enforcement. So that's where a staff level review was, the attorney
Yeah,
recommended.
they removed it all, right?
Remove that, yeah.
I have a question before we go too much further. On item 40,
Wording?
asphalt and paving plants.
We're not there yet.
Not
Oh,
there
I'm
yet.
sorry. I thought we were. Let me get,
Yeah. Staff level review also is on 7-3
Yep.
for applications to planner administration. And that's under site plan review.
Mine goes from 6 to 8.
So we're just gonna remove that section too.
Yeah.
We're not gonna move forward with that at this time.
There'll be no staff.
Why isn't it between 6 and 8?
You're, I don't know, keeping you on your toes.
What's your question?
You back it out of order.
yeah, so my question is back on 5.
I've got 8 and then 8.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I don't have a
Okay, I
6.
figured.
Is he missing a packet? Which one do you mean?
No, this is the package, this is the way it came.
Did you get anything out of your box?
Thank you.
Richard, did you get anything out of your box?
Got all of it on my box now.
Tonight?
Now I got 7, thank you. So 7 what?
7-3.
This one's table that's saying now. All right, staff level review, did that get nixed completely?
We'd like to not include it at this time because there was so many recommendations from the attorney that we need more time to review that.
You've also, the town attorney has added in the planner in other areas here.
That's part of it, so we
Yeah, the
just really need more
7-2.
time for it.
Yeah, we're still working our way through all that, so we need to state that as well, like.
Yeah, we're not gonna move it forward, so. Nuisance, wait a minute. Oh, asphalt, concrete, and cement plants, I'm sorry.
Okay, so we're done with
7.
road.
Yep,
529.
529, 40. Yeah.
so, well, it first appears on 4-6 for schedule of uses.
4.
There's so many pages, it's hard to read.
This one,
I get it. I ain't even saying what you want.
no, this one,
I'm at
4-6, yeah.
Oh, I'm at 529.
Well,
dash
that
40.
too, yeah, okay.
But 4-6, I got that.
Don't jump ahead.
So we've added in the table of uses, asphalt paving plant, temporary asphalt paving plant, concrete plant, cement plant, temporary concrete plant. And you can see that temporary asphalt paving plants and temporary concrete plants are allowable through planning board review in the village district.
Why would they be allowed in the village district but not in the rural residential district?
That's the highest density business district.
The village district?
Yes.
Read it.
Yep.
It says 1,500 feet from every county house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that in the next one.
So
So
you're
five-
not putting it in the village district?
It was just,
1,500 feet is a quarter.
if I remember correctly, they said just that we should allow it for some.
We should allow it so
We
we
should
don't.
allow discussion so that we don't
Yeah.
get sued. It doesn't look right if we say no to
Yes,
everything.
yes.
So it opens up lawsuit.
Yeah.
So you gotta have some, so you
Give.
have to go to the planning board and let them,
You gotta give,
let them
have
fight
some
it.
give.
You gotta have a little give. There's gotta be rules.
All right, and
That's a
if you
poison pill.
flip to
Listen,
5-29,
5-29,
we
number
got number
40.
40,
So it is 529,
yeah.
next section.
Everybody keeping up?
No?
Keep your finger on the other one. You gotta take a look.
This is insane.
Okay, not applicable.
I'm sorry? Oh, no,
25.
we're fine. We're fine, I'm cool. I got all my notes, so.
Are they all there?
Yeah, almost there.
Changes temporary, oh, you know
A
what?
lot of jumping around, so.
I'm sorry, I know, it's just a big
All
packet.
right.
So 5-29, number 40 outlines these uses and operations may only be operated on lots that are located at least 1,500 feet from the nearest boundary of a lot that contains any dwelling unit or any lot located within the village district. The attorney made an error and entered rural residential, but it should be village district, and we recommend the change to village.
Are we paying this attorney?
Yes.
Why? Why? They make mistakes like that? We should be charging them.
So read your number.
We're gonna
40,
charge them
because
$10,000 per word. What do you think?
Can you say that again, please?
It appears that the copy I have reads differently than, would you start reading 40 again?
Okay, well, I can read 40. Asphalt paving plants, cement plants, and concrete paving plants. Asphalt paving plants, temporary asphalt paving plants, cement plants, concrete plants, and temporary concrete plants uses and operates.
Okay, stop right there. You go back on the table where it says who does what, on page 4-6.
Yeah,
We're not doing, in no case do we do an asphalt paving plan. I'll take that as an example. Yet over here, we're talking about the
Temporary.
Yeah, temporary.
Temporary.
So there's two
number 12
lines.
is asphalt temporary.
well, I understand temporary, but
But it can only be,
maybe I don't have the right copy here.
it can only be in excess of a quarter of a mile from any residence in a village district.
So does that read
Well,
likelihood that it
asphalt
happens.
paving plants?
But I think what you're saying,
Be
Phil, is it
temporary.
includes everything, even the non-temporary.
Even the non, yeah.
So
Well,
that
why would you
You have to refer
reference,
back to the table.
why would you
uses to
reference
see
that you can have
what's-
them here?
Well, you have to
Somebody
refer
could-
back, well, I guess, yeah, if you're saying that that's states in there that it's allowable and all of it's
Well, I'm
allowable.
not saying it states it's allowable, I'm just saying it states that you, somewhere, you must be able to have them because they're in the ordinance.
Well, I think what Carolyn just said to us is that in order to avoid difficulties with the law,
No,
because
that's
we're,
what this does, but that's not what that does.
I don't,
I
would
mean,
ask-
I think,
I would ask you
Christina,
to
why
take
don't
a
you
se-
just
take a
adjust
second
it
and read that.
to temporary?
So just add the word temporary.
I don't know, I want you to
Line
look-
40.
I want you to look through that whole thing, because
Well, I
that's the
think-
only item.
Asphalt
I
paving
think it's
plant,
the
so
heading.
temporary and temporary
And you got
concrete
cement
plants,
plants there,
uses
too.
of operation of
I
1,500.
think he has it as the heading, and then he goes into, it only applies to
So
temporary.
you think that he added those words after the heading?
After the heading.
Meant to be the heading?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think it's just the
I would do- yeah,
heading, but
so
it's
just, yeah.
confusing, so if you could just
I
put
think it's
temporary.
confusing the way it is.
Yeah.
Concrete plants, yeah, just use temporary.
And, well, I don't want to give anybody the license to have something that we say no across the board on. So I don't think it
It's
should,
gotta
I
redefine,
don't think
correct?
it should be referenced later on in the
temporary.
Just do
document.
temporary, yeah, just temporary, and then
That's all.
remove the other wording.
Let's,
And then
let's
obviously
make that-
village.
Let's make sure that reads the way this
So
does.
it should say
Yeah.
temporary concrete, temporary asphalt,
Village district.
temporary
there's an
cement.
awful lot of material that we're covering here.
There is.
Just,
An awful lot of material here.
this,
That we're not really taking the time to think about the consequences of. I mean, any one of these I think would be acceptable to think about, but all of them together in one sweeping package, I think would be lunacy to pass this.
I don't disagree with you, Rich,
No,
There's just
actually.
too damn much here that needs to be thought through.
Everything was squished in very last
And-
minute, I don't
I agree with you.
disagree.
And the
Yeah.
planning board looked at us and said, we don't know where it came from, and Sebago Technic said, well, they told us to do blah, 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 and the
So
planning board
is
said,
this-
we thought
My,
that.
Has this been through legal?
yes.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I'm gonna say is that I definitely am I met with Christina because I wanted to make sure that the town can move forward with what we have going on right now. It's important that there's no handcuffs on her to do her job appropriately, being able to enforce. There are things that are popping up, and so that's why we're gonna have to make a motion to adjust what we're talking about and table the rest. There's more to, there's a lot here that we have to table and keep as is.
This whole thing should
I
be
agree with you,
aborted.
Carol.
We got lawyers who
The only
who
thing
don't
I
let the
worry
right
about,
words
Richard,
in.
is the table. We have to change that table. I mean, the concrete plants and stuff like that, I mean, that's a town decision. I don't
Richard,
care anymore.
can I ask you?
But
I
she
just really,
needs
we
certain
really need
things.
to move forward with the road standards.
Why is that?
Because there's, I mean, we need a gravel road standard, we need a
Well,
private road
We
standard.
have gravel road standard currently.
We don't.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
We don't have one.
We don't.
We have a road standard currently.
You have paved
Matter of fact,
roads.
You have paved road standard, you don't have a dirt road standard.
But that's a one-page item.
It's
I've got
not.
a page right here that is paved roads. It's a one-page item to do a gravel road. All of this is extraneous and it's.
Well, a lot of it's already in place, Richard.
What's that?
A lot of it's already here.
Yes.
It's a
It's
matter of
already in
changing.
The stuff that's in the blue is the updates, and purple.
The purple color is the updates from the lawyer, and a lot of the other stuff there's certain things that were added that we're not gonna tackle right now.
Tackle.
This has to get combed through
The,
again.
So what would
The
you
road
like to do
standard.
here tonight?
Personally, you all set, right?
I can be done, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna recommend, and again, Sue and I came up here to talk with Christina and John about this because we felt that this was a little bit an overload, and I don't think it's fair to the townspeople. But there are the areas where Christina needs her table for her road
Road standard.
definitions, and there's a couple of areas in here where the lawyer has the private roads to streets or whatever. There's some verbiage in here that I believe we should put a warrant out to adjust and change. But I also think there's, and again, if this temporary asphalt stuff, if the board agrees to it or not, if they want that table set up the way it is, then we put that as well on there. I don't care either way on that. But everything else, I think personally, I would like to table because we still as a town are in flex with how we're running our CEO and planning board, planner. We still have to figure that out, and I think that some of the verbiage that the lawyer put in here added planner, so there's a lot more to this. So I think we need to do the necessary changes to make sure we can go forward, that we don't have any issues with townspeople coming in and doing what they have to do in legal, and then I think we need to review this again. I think the planning board needs to go back and review it personally.
I'd like to make a
100%.
motion.
So are we,
And take all that and make a motion out of it?
We're gonna put it, reduce it down to, let's table this document. What we need here is gravel road, say the word.
I need the road standards updated.
We need the gravel roads updated. So
Road
let's table
standards.
this, and at the next meeting, have a clear and definitive gravel road standard that you need.
We don't have the time for
That
that.
puts it off a
I mean,
year.
this is what I need. The
Can I-
road standards have
No.
to change.
so we want to pass the
This is not
table
happening.
5.1, is that your
Every
updates?
change relative to road standards, it includes definitions.
Yeah.
It includes the, description of a private road and a backlot driveway.
So then we
It's
want
the
to,
table, yeah.
so we want to
It's
make
all
a
of it.
motion
The road table
to
and
upgrade
definitions.
road standards.
A motion to move the road standards changes to the warrant is what I
Yes.
need.
Yeah.
So I'll make a
I
motion.
made a motion.
Well, Richard's making a motion first.
Okay, go ahead.
There ain't is there a second on Richard's motion?
That's the
To table.
So you're tabling, you want to table,
Just table it for now.
okay, I'm gonna vote against that. I think we have to make some changes.
Call for the vote.
So, all right, so no one seconded it?
No.
So then if no one seconds it, then we're gonna have to.
Make your motion, sir.
All right, so let's get a new motion on the table, please.
So make a motion to upgrade the road standards, is that correct?
Move
The
the road,
verbiage
the changes relative to road standards to the town warrant.
to the town warrant.
With all the definitions.
And do we want to include
And
the
definitions.
asphalt Yeah, the definitions as well. Do we
Well,
want?
yeah, all changes relative to road standards.
Negative, all changes
All
are
right.
everything in purple in
I'll
here.
second that motion.
Okay, so we have a motion on the table to make a change to all road tables, all state road standards and definitions and the table, and we have a second.
Yep.
Okay. All in favor?
Discussion?
There
Sure,
is
I apologize. Just more
Discussion is that passes this whole document. The motion you just made passes everything.
No, it does
in there.
not.
No.
No, it does
It
not.
only passes the road standard.
It passes the road
It
standard.
passes
It
only
doesn't pass everything.
the table for the
Most of
road
this already
standards
exists.
and the definitions only.
And our scribe is getting it.
That's all the motion is right now, to put that on the
Okay.
warrant.
That's the discussion.
That was the
Because
discussion.
you made the comment that you don't want to pass everything in here, you just need those specific.
No, we need more time for some of them.
We have to table some of this other verbiage. There's no way.
So we just made a motion and a second to
So
that.
all we're right now is motioning
No, I-
for road
yeah.
standards and definitions only.
Yeah.
Christina needs to be able to do her job.
Yes.
So for a second, all in favor? Opposed?
Bless you.
Okay.
I think that also
So
the fire
everything
ones
else-
are worth looking at too.
The what?
The fire ones.
ordinances.
Well, I haven't even touched that yet. I'm on roads. I want to finish the roads.
We're done with that.
Okay, wait. So we've got that. Now, are we gonna have a motion about the asphalt and,
Or is that part of the
well,
road?
that's not part of the roads.
No, that's
So
separate.
that's
That's separate.
So I was gonna do one for everything.
Well, we might as well. So that's the second part of it that was discussion to work on.
Yeah,
So we have another motion?
I move that we move on to other business.
I move that we deal with this now.
Okay.
And if you want to approve the whole thing, knowing that there's going to be minor changes later, that's progress.
The only comment I'll make, and I'll make one comment. The only comment I'm gonna make is that we have a comprehensive plan in place. This stuff is gonna come up.
Yep.
You know, do we take a chance and run it another year and, because the comp plan could come in and definitely define some things differently? I mean,
Yep.
something to think about.
Well,
before we-
that takes time because then you have to.
Because then you have to implement it.
Another year for implementation at least.
Right, and then.
And I'm forgiving
and you
her the
need an-
tools she needs
And you also
today.
need a committee for that. So once the comp plan is made, then we have to have another committee to actually implement it.
Yes.
So there's a lot more work to be done, but ordinances will be looked at again, so
That's right.
keep that in mind.
So then we
This can be
just,
fixed if it needs.
but we
Fix it
just,
before you pass it.
but we just passed the road standards and the definitions and
Yes.
your tables.
Yep.
The other parts
All
in here.
changes, all the changes that are relative to
Necessary.
roads are
Yes,
needed.
yes.
I need all of it.
Yep.
For
So
roads.
that, I think this asphalt, concrete, cement has been around a long time and discussed. So I would like to make a motion to pass that section as well.
I'll second it.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor? I don't care either way. All
I
opposed?
just-
That's fine.
We just talked about.
All right, so the only thing that's gonna get right now updated is the road standards, that table, and the definitions,
Yep.
so that you can move forward and do what you gotta do.
Yep.
And then we're also gonna update, what do you call this thing?
That's
Land
the
use.
schedule.
Land use schedule. We're gonna update and add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new sections. And Garrett's gonna be able to,
I'll be here tomorrow.
okay. All right, so that's just land use. We've got mores. All right. Both the nuisance alarm and the fire hydrant ordinance, actually. Yeah, they've both been kind of ripped apart. All right. The fire hydrant. So going over the fire hydrant, the lawyer made some adjustments here. You know, dwelling units, added some verbiage in there. So if you look on that first page, page 1, you know, it's pretty common stuff as far as I'm concerned. Again, second page, same thing, dwelling. There was a comment on the range. The range does not make sense here. Phil, were you able to look at that verbiage? I don't know if that makes,
They put it to 1,500 feet.
Okay, so that, oh, so they adjusted that to, that
That's
one,
on
okay.
page 2.
All right. Again, some updating with dwelling units, so forth. Let's see. Some information they've added here on deposits. So required developer to make a cash deposit, escrow, adding verbiage of that nature, billing overages to the developer, etc. So it's pretty common financials there. They did wipe out some other areas here, but they added the developer shall have a condition of approval of the development, convey and access and maintain maintenance easement for each hydrant to the town. Such easement shall include the authority to remove bush, weeds, snow, etc., or other items to hinder the proper function of the hydrant. The hydrant itself, as well as property surroundings the hydrant, shall remain the property of the developer or the resulting association. So again, a lot of just basically liability stuff and so forth and maintenance of it. Page 3, same thing, developer resulting in the association shall be responsible for all repairs and maintenance to the dry hydrant unless later conveyed to the town. If privately owned dry hydrant should fail or malfunction, the town retains the right to enter the property repair for the hydrant and send the invoice to the developer associations for such repairs, which shall again paid within 30 days of receipt. So again, it's a liability. There was some inconsistent verbiage that they just kind of wiped out.
Yep.
Page 4, same thing, couple of add like 15,000 to 20 gallons. Again, some updates. Page 5. So it's pretty cut and dry. Again, removing some verbiage that was, again, repetitive, and just basically covered the town on all the other stuff. So it was pretty cut and dry. I personally don't have a problem with this, so if somebody...
I'll make a motion that we accept the town's fire hydrant ordinance as the changes reflect.
From revised from the lawyer.
Yep.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Do we have any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Not voting?
Abstain.
Okay. So that passes the warrant. Nuisance alarm. All right, so the lawyer went through this as well. So page 1 was safe. Page 2, there was some civil penalties that they removed. Notion of violations, they did some adjustments. Again, we can't charge, the town is not allowed to charge, so like an invoice, but we can set a fee. So the notice for so what we're gonna do is we'll notice that at the 4th or more false alarms in the calendar year, then we can charge a fee. Am I saying that correctly?
Set forth by the select.
Yeah, by the select
Yeah.
board, yeah. Again, it just puts the town not at risk. Again, with another on page 3, pay within 30 days. Again, it's for financials. They took some other verbiage out of there, so again, there's less verbiage in there. What's it just another one, local appeals?
Is there any teeth left in it, Phil?
The appeal section that they completely removed off that. The town may recover any penalties levied and may otherwise compliance to this ordinance by filling in enforcement action. So basically, again, it's about liability. So at the end of the day, that the town's not liable. There was less changes on this one than the other one. And again, the only additional thing that we need to do is, as a town, put a fee in place after the 4th nuisance call. So, do you have a motion to accept this ordinance to pass through to warrant with the lawyer's changes?
I'll make a motion to accept the nuisance alarm ordinance with the lawyer's changes.
Do we have a second?
Second for discussion.
Okay, discussion?
Discussion is, we had a question when we sent this to legal as to a reference to a private entity. Can you say in public what the resolve to that was?
It was So there was a concern about the fact that we were targeting businesses. So what we did is it's for the violation, it's not about the business. So if it's a residential house, it could be anywhere. So if someone, say if it's, I don't know, Jim's house, and we get 4 nuisance alarms because he doesn't know how to make popcorn. You know, at the end of the day, we as a select board can choose to say that's a nuisance and charge a fee. So it's all about the actual call, it's not about any type of entity whatsoever. It's putting the firemen, the fire department in a way where they're just making nuisance calls and it's taking time and it's costing money.
Yeah.
So we need to recoup that.
Did she reference the fact that a certain entity was mentioned a couple of times in public already in respect to this?
So there was an example asked of the fire chief at the time, and it was an example stated in public, and it was one of the current calls that the fire department was dealing with. So there was a name dropped of a place of business, but it was completely utilized because the planning board did ask why for the nuisance, so the planning board did ask where is this coming from? So there was a name dropped on it, but it was completely for example only. And it was not pointing fingers at anybody, because again, this is for, again, both residential and commercial
And the attorney
businesses.
was okay with that?
There was an
Okay.
example only.
Thank
So,
you.
Where were you going with it?
Thank you.
Any further discussion on that? So do we, go ahead.
So you keep using 4, and I'm reading 3. Does that mean that it's the 4th time that sets it off?
Yeah, and on page 2, notice is the 4th or more false alarm during the calendar year. So on a notice of violation, number 3, so that's where we have to put in a fee. So basically, if you have a house calling the rescue constantly on something, continuously,
Right.
then we as a town have a right to put a stop to it if it's a nuisance call.
So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I know. just-
But this is false alarms, number 5, false alarm allowance. And it says each alarm user shall be allowed up to 3 false alarms per calendar year without penalty.
Right.
And you keep saying 4. I'm just wondering if we
Notice
have
is the
a...
fourth or
You
more.
don't get a penalty until the 4th.
Yeah, you
So
don't,
you're
you're
allowed
not
three.
eligible for
Okay, I
a
wondered if
penalty
that's
until the
what we
4th.
have.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Right.
does the count start over for everybody today?
It's calendar year.
Oh, calendar year.
It said calendar year, it's right,
Thank you.
yep,
That's a lot of trips.
Thank you.
yep. It says calendar year, so it's definitely
I'm
not,
certainly giving it.
it's giving people time to fix and do what they need to do. Any
you.
more further
Thank you.
discussion? Sure. All in favor? That passes. Go to warrant. All right. Okay. E, warrant. It's not stated, but this was an adjustment that we were supposed to have written down here tonight. The select board had an executive session today, before this meeting in regards to Sydney Road. We did get a warrant written, but it needs to be adjusted. But I can tell you that the board has finally been able to come together and put a plan on the table that we think that's going to be appropriate. And we have a couple things we do need to read into, get some information on. So we are going to have to table that at the moment. But we will make some adjustments if need be. If it goes to warrant, we might have to do a special town meeting, but at this evening, we've all decided unanimously that there's some things that we're gonna put together to, Stickney Road is a town road. There are things that we have to do here, so there's a lot more to it. So, and the fact we're all in agreement was positive, so stay tuned. New business. We got generator quotes. We have 3 quotes. Did anybody get a chance to take a peek at that? This is from Public Works.
Yep.
Jim, you're here, so you're gonna talk, man.
I mean, basically, we need a new generator here. Generator's so old, the electricity coming in is dirty, and the UPCs will not recognize the generator. So we only have, if the power goes out, unless I come up with another generator, we only have like 2 hours of computer time before we're done, we're shut right off.
Yep.
So, plus the age of the generator, it's I think the oldest one we got besides the repeater. I think all the other ones have been replaced, except for how it works. That one's got some age on it, but it's not as old as this one.
No.
We're going with the same side.
No, we're going to a 24,000.
So this is for a 24,000?
Yep,
Oh, I see.
24 KW.
Yeah.
I sent it out to, what was it,
Yeah.
5 places?
1, 2, 3, 4, you got 5. Yeah, you got 5 quotes here.
Yep. They all came back relatively within reason of each other. 2 of them were real close. MacGyver and
Electrical systems.
electrical systems were close.
Yep.
Problem with MacGyver is they cannot do the gas. So that means I have to call the gas company, have them come put a new line in. I have to dig the line in, where electrical systems will put the generator in, and they do the gas and everything. I don't have to do nothing but come pick the old generator up and maybe dig a small trench between the generator and the building.
So don't we have the same problem everywhere?
What's
with our
that?
gas generators?
Nope, all these other generators are plenty big enough.
But if we have a gas problem, you have to call a gas company.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
That's not gonna change.
No,
So
we need to upgrade the gas line.
To a bigger
I
line.
understand.
Because it's a bigger generator.
Uses more fuel.
So will electrical systems do that?
Yes, they're licensed to do it. MacGyver is not.
Huh, interesting.
So who's our current
All the
gas?
quotes that I've gotten, the gas hookup itself is $2,500. Because it's their license, all of that whole rigmarole of everything.
Same.
How old? Oh, sorry.
Yes,
Yeah.
same unit.
Would, once,
The only difference is like MacGyver wanted to put in, electrical systems is the only one that went around to all our heat pumps, checked all the amperage, and came back and said, if you put a 24 kW in, you do not need a transfer switch. You do not need a load shed system. Everybody else said that we needed a load shed, which added $2,000 to $3,000 to the quote. I asked him specifically, I says, can we run all the heat pumps? He says, yes, you could in an emergency situation. He says, I would not recommend it, he says, because you are gonna max that generator out to the top. He says, but the way you're running them now, you'll be fine with a 24K. He says, you won't hurt that thing one bit. He says, you'll never stall it. Right now, if that generator's on, and 2 of these heat pumps kick in, it'll actually stop that generator, lock it right up,
I wish somebody
as it sits up right
I
now.
wish somebody had pointed that out sooner.
Yep.
Now,
I have a question. So where is the money gonna come out of?
There is actually a CIP account with $15,000 in it for generators.
Okay. I didn't even-
So the money's there in the CIP for it.
can you explain to us what the load shed does? Does it,
It actually, what it does is it takes and, it's a switch that will actually disconnect all the heat pumps.
yeah,
So you wouldn't have a heat pump in here that would run if the generator was running.
okay,
So if you needed them, say the power was out and we were having a meeting and you needed the AC because it's 98 degrees out, you could still run the AC here with that system, that electrical.
and another question, is there any chance with this other company that not putting that in, that it could affect the generator, or?
He said no.
Okay,
They do anything from a 12 kW to 190 kW. That's all they do massive electrical setups.
and with it being a Generac, MacGyver
Yep,
could
MacGyver
still
could still service it.
service it? Okay,
I did ask for, in that, on a side note, I did ask those companies to give me quotes on doing service and everything, and they line up pretty much with what MacGyver's getting right now.
yeah,
So,
What's a service plan cost?
they don't do service plans.
We have,
Oh, we don't?
we do a yearly service, they come
They
out.
do a yearly service, and it's $250 a year for them to come out, change the oil, check the batteries,
Yep,
all of that.
change your oil.
Each one, right?
Yep,
Yep.
each generator.
Yep, Jim.
And I can't get anybody to do it any different.
Yeah. One more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
We had a conversation about fiber the other day, you were there.
Yep.
We have like 5 different switches in there, all interconnected. No one person that we have ever dealt with probably knew all about all of them.
Yep.
We talked about an upgrade to make that one switch for the whole system, I believe. What's your thought on that? Does that impact the generators?
Doesn't touch it one bit.
Okay.
It won't touch it because
So
it
we
doesn't
can
draw,
address that
it
separately.
doesn't draw that much juice.
Okay.
I did talk to Sebago Fiber.
Yeah.
I did touch base with him. I said, if you would put the switch in,
It sounded like it was
how
gonna
much,
be
how
more
much would it
efficient.
draw? And he's like, he says, a toaster oven.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
So it sounds like it's gonna be more efficient if we.
Yes, a
allow
lot
him
more.
to make
That's
that
what,
change.
I mean, everything I talked to him, I called him and had a 15-minute discussion with him after I got all the quotes,
Yeah.
just to make sure that there was gonna be no issues with this generator when they put it in, that we didn't need the load shed. He says, I've done the calculations 6 times over,
Yeah.
and he says, you don't need a load shed.
All right, well, my only concern on that item and getting into the fiber, and I'll just say one thing and get away from fiber, because that's not this discussion. There's gonna be some costs to set up that black fiber that we talked about for all of these, whatever buildings we choose. Is that cost in the budget?
Good question.
Yeah,
You know, that is a
that's
good
stuff,
question.
not
Probably
that
not.
I know of, that hasn't,
I don't
Well,
think
nothing to do with the
I don't think
generator.
it's huge, but there is a cost.
Is it a setup?
yeah.
Probably a few
I don't
thousand
think
bucks.
there's anything in there.
Well, you're gonna have a UPS at every site that goes into, their spec to UPS, not theirs specifically. And there may be other costs at some sites that I'm not aware of. Have we gotten his numbers back yet?
Nope.
Well, I suggest we carry some kind of a budget item for that so it can happen.
Yeah, we gotta get the generators.
Makes
I
sense.
mean, every generator's gotta get done before much longer, because at some point,
Yeah.
something's gonna happen,
And
it's
I
gonna
know
be
it
at
wasn't
night or
presented,
something.
that's not a shot at budget. I know it wasn't presented to budget.
Yeah, it wasn't on there.
I mean, the generator's what I'm more concerned with than that, right? That's
I
something
get
that
it.
we- I know we
Be
gotta,
nice to close this fiber thing out.
yeah,
And not sit there later on and say we don't have the money for it.
So is it safe to say that the electrical systems of Maine is the best choice
I would say
It
so.
sounds like it for this.
on the
I mean,
quote?
price-wise, I mean,
Well,
they're
price-wise
right
too,
there.
it's the
and-
lowest.
I mean, all I basically gotta do is come up and take the old generator out,
Yeah.
and I think he said we might have to dig a trench between the generator and the building.
And MacGyver can service that just.
And it's a
Yeah.
generator, anybody who deals with Generac
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
can
do
put their
it.
hands on it. I did ask him about the Wi-Fi capability and everything of it, because the newer generators are Wi-Fi capable,
Mm-hmm.
and I can tie into the Wi-Fi with an app,
Yeah,
and it'll tell me what that generator's doing, it'll tell me when it starts.
right.
It'll tell me what's being drawn off of it.
How long is this price good for?
It's about to run out, most of them were only good for 60 days. We've been,
Okay, so I guess we have to make a decision.
I'll make a motion that we go with Electrical Systems of Maine for $12,194 for the generator.
Do you have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion on the board? All in favor? All right,
thank you guys.
you're welcome. All right. Fireworks funding commitments. Okay, so there was questions about Sebago Days. So I pulled up the financial resolve that we all signed.
Yep.
The select board did approve $10,000 for Sebago Days. We already have given them $5,000. The Sebago Days is in need of the additional $5,000 right now to finish paying off the additional fireworks. So if anybody has any questions, I'll leave my copy for anyone who wants it. But there was fireworks funding.
Huh?
I think you approved extra money for fireworks.
We did.
That was it,
It's $10,000. This is it. Yep, yeah.
So we
So-
already paid half.
They've already given
Already paid half.
5,000.
Carl needs the other half right away, so, you know, we've already approved this, so it's a matter. And
We're gonna pay in advance for fireworks.
we
Yeah,
have,
it's something you have to do.
You have to do.
But you have to pay the company.
You have to pay the company. This,
Usually we pay the company after they do the fireworks.
No,
Well, if you
we
want,
usually pay them
want
prior.
them to show up on 4th of July, I mean, on the.
We
July
always have
17th.
paid them in
yeah, I was
advance.
paid in advance.
Do you pay any of your bills that you're doing activations at your house? in
No,
advance?
but with the
It's-
fireworks, you
it's
have
the
to.
additional fireworks, it's,
We already
that's the way.
Voted this.
It doesn't seem like the business.
Oh,
We give them
All right.
half in advance and then half when they get it
It's
done.
the way it is this year.
All right.
There's only like 2 guys in the whole state.
I mean, there's only 2 guys in the whole state of Maine that does it, so, and then one of them, we need to secure him.
Do it, you
I'm sorry?
I did the same way last year.
Yeah, no, I know.
You
Yeah, I know.
secure them.
So anyways, I just want everyone to be aware, that's the paperwork, if you guys want to see it or have it, you're welcome to it. C, we need to have a motion to have the town lawyer, article draft for warrant to the deed to the old fire station building to the Berries. I don't, we don't have any, do we have anything? No, I don't know.
What was that motion for?
Didn't their lawyer prepare a quick claim deed?
Well,
for the
I
berries,
guess,
For the fire station, the old
for the
station.
old fire station?
The
Yep.
one down on 114.
Correct,
Yep.
yeah.
So their attorney in their package gave us a quick claim deed that they'd already paid to prepare. It seemed to
I don't
me
have
our
any
attorney just need to
information
review
on
it to
that.
make sure it's about right.
I'm sorry?
I can speak to that.
Yes, please, yeah, jump in, because I don't have anything on that.
When I talked to Amy about this, she said that where the town had paid for the building, had the building built with taxpayer money, that it should be the town at town meeting that decides if we deed that over to the bearers.
The building.
The building, right.
Yeah,
Building.
Otherwise,
the
we're gonna have
building.
to demo it.
Clear on that.
The warrant is for the deed, yeah, for the old fire station building. The
Yeah.
building, they already own the property, the building. So the
So
building has to be.
I'll make a motion.
So we have to make a motion.
I'll make a motion that Amy draws up the proper article for the town warrant to deed the building back over to the Berries.
Do we have a second?
I second that.
You'll second that? Any further discussion?
I do, because logically, you have the building on their land. We're either going to say, okay, have the building, or we're gonna pay to have it demolished.
They want to build it.
They want
I know.
So, but.
But we
She said it-
maintain, the town
This is
maintains.
a
Just so you know, the
technicality.
Berries are
I
sitting
know,
back there.
yeah. Okay,
It's a
so,
technicality.
so they wanna keep the building, so we're asking the town if they can have it?
Yeah, it's because it was.
Right, it was built
paid-
on with town.
No, I
Town-
get that, I get
Okay,
it,
and
so,
that's,
So-
in order for the
To
board.
be
or
legal,
anybody
you have to
deed
do
To be
that.
legal, we have to,
okay,
Deed
so
it
it
to
does,
them.
yeah.
Town has to decide on that.
Yeah.
It's just a formality.
It's a formality.
Right.
okay, no, I
So
get
to
it.
be,
I'm just looking at if they don't
to
approve
include the
it.
public,
Then they get in the building.
Then we,
I know.
so,
Hopefully you wine.
then we demo it.
so just to be clear for the public that may not have attended the other meeting, we already did a deal with the land and this is for the building?
It's for the building, it's for the fire
Just
station
the-
building. So, yeah, it's a formality that we have to,
Okay.
because
We're not just.
it's
giving
town
them the
monies
building.
that's built it and took care of it, whatever, so we have to deed it over to them.
You should tell them to take the building. They can. I'm over it. I just make a decision.
Right.
So it was moved and seconded.
Moved and seconded, all in favor? Okay. So that needs to be done? That's the number. All right, so we have a town manager report. So I'll just say that we already discussed the Stickney thing, so.
Yes, the Sydney in the budget CIP update, that's already been discussed. School budget, they adopted the budget, total was $5,391,893.
John, what was the vote? Did you get the numbers? How many for, how many against?
I think everything passed.
I
Would
just wondered
surprise
what the
me.
vote was. I went by the parking lot, there was nobody there.
you should be down there then.
The what?
What was the vote?
100 to 200 or?
Oh, school budget, 23,
Against?
none. It passed,
So it passed
23.
unanimously?
unanimously.
Unanimously passed.
I drove by the parking lot for $500,000, there was nobody there.
Well, guess what, it won.
It
But
was advertised.
I advertised it.
That should be.
It was advertised.
But Andrew, if it's part of town meeting, we have our town meeting first, so we voted on everything, and then we vote in the school budget.
So
Like-
go to the top of the list.
Yeah, the town meeting should be prioritized by the size of the budget
So-
line.
Difficult. There should be a town vote, not a certain few people to go to that.
It is
It
a
is.
town vote.
Yeah, but
I know
it
it is.
should be a town vote at town meeting.
For over half this town's budget. Just saying.
Listen,
And it should be prioritized at the town meeting depending upon the
well,
size.
it passed, so next year, we've got to communicate better. I don't disagree with that, I will tell you that. Dark fiber, you want to jump on dark fiber?
Yeah, we talked to Andrew, gave us, last. We've talked a lot about that five again, but what we decided, the way forward was to have it hooked up at
We
this
guys wait
building
when we're
first.
done.
And, I mean, this is, nothing's been decided by the board yet, but that was the way we left the meeting.
So,
And see how that works, and then go, and if we're gonna decide to do it at the rest of the buildings. The problem is there will be a cost for that, an extra cost, I think it was $150 a month. And the cost is,
I have a question. Where's the contract? I thought we had it in our contract.
They were gonna run the wire to
Okay.
dark fiber.
Let her finish.
So I don't remember, I remember a lot of it, but I don't remember. I thought we had it in our contract that they were gonna be able to hook the town up, like this building,
Yep.
and that was part of it.
No charge.
On the dark fiber for no charge. Everything else was, but I thought because we were the headquarters.
It mirrors every deal they've made with every user, okay? And that is, what was free is the drop and the inlet and the hookup to your equipment.
Oh,
So the question is, what does your equipment need in each of our locations?
so did Andrew make an
That's on us.
estimation on how much all these little,
Well, they can't know that in
Right.
advance.
Oh, they-
Yeah, so.
but the extra cost, if we just hook this building up, like I said, I think it was $150 a month, and plus the 96.
so there'll be
we got.
monthly fees as well?
Oh, it's a service.
Is it,
Right.
okay, like a regular, okay.
Yeah.
Just wondering. All right.
Okay,
Did that answer your question? Kim?
Yeah, thanks.
did an
The
interview-
rec department, go ahead, sorry.
Okay. We did interview a candidate today, good candidate, we've got another one coming in Friday. And you've seen the resumes the board has, and both look like good candidates. And I had a guy, I talked to a guy today that may be submitting, a guy from Sebago that may want to submit a resume. He's gonna come in before the end of the week and talk to me. So I'll keep you posted on that, and
Are we gonna get copies of those?
It's in your packet.
We got 2 copies, we got 2 different people in our packet.
code enforcement officer and I, we've talked to the planner in Standish to see if they might be interested in sharing services for our planner. And he gave us an hourly rate in an email this week. We haven't got back to him because we're still looking at perhaps signing another contract with Sebago Technics. And so we're working on that, but we're not done there yet. And I had called, emailed the guy in Naples, and he got right back to me, and they had interest, but I told him didn't do it by email, but after we had done, this planner went in and resigned. Before that, the next email told me, but I think she took a job somewhere else, it was just a coincidence. So Naples, I believe, would be interested if they.
So John, you're looking for a planner?
Someone to work with services, yeah, so what is it called?
A consultant.
No, there's another name for it. What did they say at the meeting?
We only had Sebago Technics as a
Co-services?
consultant.
I don't know.
There's a name for it, they said.
We
It's like,
operate it, yeah.
it's like sharing, town sharing. So, yeah, we share what? We share the animal guide. What's it called?
Animal control.
Okay, well, we share him, right?
Right.
What's it called, though? Whatever, so we were looking into options, this is
Oh,
part of
I
the,
know what you're saying.
Yeah,
They
so
do the
what-
same thing with the fire department.
yeah, exactly.
So, what,
We're just looking into it, we're gathering all the information,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, and we're getting options.
We need planning
Do not
services
need a
support.
plan.
No, it's a
We need-
consultant
no, it's-
for, it's gonna be used like a consultant service, so.
For
If
engineering
Christina
and,
has a question, right. So she'll have someone that she can tap into.
don't worry, we're not gonna do anything until we bring it to the town.
Clerk's office been busy getting ready for town meeting. And the town attorney is still working, on a deal with Rockcraft. We're not there yet, but, it's still, and that's one of the reasons for the legal fees going up. The amusement application that we had discussion about at the last meeting, the town clerk has updated that, and she's gonna attach a copy of the ordinance whenever somebody comes in for the application, just so we'll know, I think it was a 4 or E or whatever we went
Yep,
with
A
last
through
time.
E,
So,
Yep.
that will be attached now, and so it should be.
brand new, guys, look at that. We accomplished it.
Good job, Letitia.
And the rec director's still waiting for another quote. I think you gave him a name for the gym floor. Okay, and the guy come and looked at it, he hasn't got back to, can't be able to, well, I just want to update you on that, that's all.
Thank you.
And Helen Tromley just asked me to mention that a meeting probably a month or so ago that she, I think, was confused as to what was said, but she does work with the elderly. She does work with them. They tried a few programs for the elderly and it didn't really pan out, but yeah, she's doing a lot of work. And
Can I speak to that?
yeah, she most
Because she
certainly
called me. I never personally realized what the health officer did. And I questioned it, and I'm glad she called me. At first, I think she was a little bit perturbed, I'm not gonna lie, but I said, I really don't know all the nuances you do, and she gave me the whole list of it, and I was very, very surprised of all the areas of where she covers and how she tries to connect with the seniors. So it was a very eye-opener, and I think it was, I told her, I said she should be talking about that on the reporting part of it. I think it's important that she is there to help, where she goes to meet up with certain people in the town. It was pretty impressive. So I told her, I said, you should write about that and bring people up to date on things like that, because some people will sit back and go, why do we have one? And what do? They sit there and pass out Band-Aids, and it's not accurate. She does a lot. So I was very impressed with what she does, so. Yeah, it's because of me. It's okay, I'm good with it.
I wasn't gonna say that.
That's all right, it's all good, all good.
And that was a wrap.
That's a wrap, okay. Select board, Richard.
Amy Chow. The Rockcraft Lodge. Are,
Tread lightly, please.
I understand, are escalating legal costs. We seem to be picking fights that there's no reason and no conclusions for, and Amy Chow, and I have talked with her during meetings and after meetings about this, is that she's supposed to be a peacemaker, not a troublemaker. And I'm not so sure that she understands that.
Tell me when you're ready, because I'll answer. Because I've asked.
I've been watching her now closely for a year. I've been watching her personally and as a member of one board or another here for 12 or 15. And I'm throwing this out there so that you might look for the same things that I think I'm seeing. Instead of helping us reduce our costs, she's escalating our costs because that's not paid. All right, I'm done.
You good?
Let's hear it.
All right. I will say that I've asked this question probably every other week. Right now, they gave them a 60-day response time, and it's a court thing. And I don't know if Amy has received it recently, I haven't asked this week, so I don't, yeah. But,
Be careful what you say.
yeah, I know, but there's been positive discussion, but unfortunately, our town attorney is out of town on a personal issue, and I think returns back this week, correct? So, next week, so, I mean, I'm sure there's gotta be an update coming anytime now, so.
I'm not asking you to defend her.
No, I'm not defending her, because I think it's ridiculous that they gave them a 60-day response, because that just gives people time to ammo up,
It
but.
seems like the last couple of years, Amy's been more than willing to pick a fight. And that always costs us money, and I don't see that we ever win anything. I'm done.
Okay, Bill?
I would like, is there any way we can get a breakdown of where the legal funds were spent this year?
Ask Paul White, he's got it all.
I'm sure that's an FOA, or,
No problem.
yeah.
That's something we can
Pop
get?
me an email of exactly what you want, so there's no confusion, and you, I don't know if you want fiscal year, calendar year, you want copies, you want
Let's start
copies
with
of them, whatever.
beginning of this fiscal year forward,
Okay,
so it matches the budget number.
okay, I'll touch base with you to be sure. I know if you're looking for copies of invoices or what, okay?
Just a breakdown of the monthly numbers that we see, which are extremely large without a lot of breakdowns. I know the invoices are there. If you want to give me the invoices, I can tally it up.
Oh, no, I don't mind that. And you're just looking for the large expenses,
Well, I'm looking for all legal
for
costs.
everything, okay?
So, I'm curious where it went. It's a lot of money this year.
No
Thank
problem.
You all set?
Yes, thank
Okay, great. Scotty, you have anything?
I'm good.
Sue?
Oh, I didn't have anything until you asked me if I did. So, the beach committee came last meeting and had a few asks. So they asked the tow contract, which John, I know you're working on. Yeah,
We've got the Logan,
yep,
okay.
Yeah.
They've agreed that.
yep.
they
So
would
I
do-
know you're working on that. And then moving that shade shed, do they need, does that committee need more of a, yes, you can do it? And who would do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that one.
Okay, it's sliding it, so there's a
Okay.
couple more parking places down there. So it's not moving it, I mean, it's not removing it, it's just moving it.
Yeah, all right.
And then the other
I'd just like
was,
to say you need a permit.
okay, so who needs to apply for the permit?
It can be the town manager. I mean,
So you need to apply for a permit.
Through the chair of the committee.
Remind them.
yeah, I suppose.
I will apply tomorrow. Yeah,
It's on school property, right?
You know, you just
It's on school
brought
property.
up something I'd like to comment on when you're done.
I have one more thing. So then we had asked for the beach attendant position to be extended from May 1st through Columbus Day. So I don't know what needs to be done to request that.
That would have to be a budget item, so that would.
Okay, so we probably missed that window for this year.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Okay,
We'll have to bring it up with the budget committee.
yeah, okay. I didn't think of that until now.
Well, I don't know exactly what you encompass in that, but I'm seeing, as I attend that same meeting, a need for a way to access funds for initiating various projects down there. I don't know how else to say that. They're gonna show up randomly as the budget, as the committee looks at things, and this might be no different than the other committees, I don't know. But down there, at this point, in my accounting of the number of projects down there, there's 25 projects down there. It's quite an undertaking. I'm very pleased with your son, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And it seems like the group is gonna get a focus on the overall, and some kind of sorting is in order. I guess that's the only concern I have. It's a general concern. We want to grade parking lots. That can be done pretty quickly and easily. They want to put in a couple of parking spots for the EMS people down there. One of the issues that I see, and I haven't had time to go over it in that committee, but I see it, is we've put barricades down there to do some sort of blocking of abutters using this property for parking and so forth. I think that's tremendously important to do. I don't know what the town process has been. We've had a survey, we've identified encumbrances on that survey plan 3 or 4 years ago. That said, a couple of them are down there. When we get to needing to relocate the drive or potentially widen the drive down there, you can't pass a boat and trailer. Two of them can't pass without going virtually off the road to do it. I guess I'm looking for guidance from the board. How does the board want to? We can make tremendous progress if there's money
I think
available.
the committee, though, I think that when we meet, I've missed the last couple because I've been away, but I think we're starting down at the beach, and then we're gonna work our way up, but the wash station is something that was mentioned as well.
Well, that just came out of thin air last meeting.
Oh, no, we talked
okay.
about it
Well,
at the first meeting going,
well,
I
that's
think you were in
important.
Florida, but yeah.
Thank you.
So we did, because, is it Casco? One of the other towns around us has one, and it's been reported that we're one of the highest milfoil.
Yeah.
So towns are installing wash stations.
Yeah.
So I know that was something that was brought up. And we also brought up, the porta potties are up on the top when they're normally down at the bottom.
Yeah, Ken was gonna take care of that.
Okay, so that still hasn't been fixed, and it's still?
It still hasn't been fixed?
No,
you
it
said,
has
okay.
not. No, because these guys go to the beach every day, so.
Okay.
Did you
So-
want to add, Phil?
So how do you get the money to do that? That's
Well,
what
I think if we want to have this discussion, we ought to have the committee members here.
That's
I
fine.
think it's-
That's no
I
problem. I'm
was
just
just
trying to
following up
open
on-
up doors,
yeah.
that's all.
Nope.
I think like anything else.
I'm just
they'll
following
present
up on things from
Believe
our
me, I
last
don't want to
meeting.
run that thing.
Yeah.
No, they've come a long way. I've been watching the meeting. I think, like anything else, they gotta come to the town and
Do we-
present it,
do
and
we
then
have-
but we have to figure out budget.
Do we have funds somewhere in the system for beach?
Was there
What
anything
is
on
the
CIP?
CIP
Did you
for?
add anything in CIP?
Well, I think there is something in CIP. I'd have to go look at
It's
it.
Yeah.
$52,000.
I can have that for the next, is that all that's in it?
$52,000.
50, yeah, okay. Well, we talked about that a little bit.
So then, do you want these?
If that's in a
Sorry.
CIP line item, does this board have the authority, in your opinion, to expend that money on targeted things?
say yes.
Okay.
So then, do you
Good.
want the whole
Good, thank you.
committee to come and
I'll
present?
stop talking, we got the
And
board.
present?
I guess that's what.
I think they should.
Well, let me finish my question though. So this was presented. And they're still open-ended, there's not questions of these things being done. So, just the structure move, you need to do so that's our next step there, you need to do the permit. The tow contract you're working on. So is that how we want to do it? Because I know Phil and Jake were here last time, and then the chair and the vice chair. But if we need the whole group here, that's fine. But it's just coming here and presenting it and then having it documented in our minutes, and then we do the follow-up from that. Is that acceptable? Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Sue.
As to moving the
Are you all
structure,
set on, what?
as to moving the structure, we can move it, Public Works can move it. I got a set of forks, I'll just go pick it up, move it,
There you go.
as soon as we get all the permits in place.
Don't,
Same thing with the porta potties, I can just go pick them up and move them.
Do those have a contract though?
They
Does the
do.
company have to?
I wouldn't
do those? Yeah.
recommend grabbing.
No, but I'm just saying, I could have.
I would say once the permit is approved, then yeah, go ahead and, because it will create more parking, which is what they're looking for.
What's ours, that building's ours, but porta potties are somebody else's, so it'd be a liability.
Okay.
They're already
Move them all,
trying to get us.
then move them
All right, so that's great. I'm glad a committee was brought up tonight. That's great. A couple things I'm gonna add. So tonight we were handed credit and POS for the transfer station. This came from Jim. So we're gonna put this on the next select board meeting, so please review and have any questions or concerns, we can take it up then. He's fine with that. Also wanted to mention again, just in conversation, Sue and I attended the GP-COG Lake Region regional meeting, Bridgeton, Casco, Harrison, Naples, we're all there. I guess it's been a long time since Sebago attended, so they were very shocked that we were there. I don't know, we were a little nervous about that statement, so. But one of the things that I think, I'll speak for myself, she wants to pipe in afterwards, I didn't realize all the services that we do have with GP-COG, and obviously free services as well as part of our membership. So I don't think we're utilizing them in our membership fashion, so that's why I mentioned it tonight with the website. I'm not shy to ask, I'll ask questions, that came out of it. And also, a gentleman from Cumberland County was there, talking about some shared positions as well. He had a lot to say about, fire and sheriff and so forth. But one of the things he did bring up was shared GA services. So it was interesting. A lot of the members there were utilizing him. So out of an inquiry, I put an inquiry in to get the information. So haven't received it yet. John's been on the emails, so trying to look to see if there's another way we can save some money. So we're gonna, any emails that come in, I will personally, take a look at it, see if I can attend it, because try to save the town some monies. I think they're talking about adding a grant person as well, somebody to do grants, so there's a lot there, and I think it's a waste of money if we don't use them, so that's my two. Do you have anything on it?
No, I thought that portion was great, but they do, they offer a lot, we're already paying $4,000 a year, we're not utilizing what they're offering.
I utilize them quite a bit.
Yeah, good.
Good.
Good. All right, so, comment from the public. This is an opportunity for the members of the public to comment on agenda and non-agenda items or to contribute information that may be of interest to the select board. Please wait to be recognized. Please identify yourself before speaking. This is not time to register any form of complaint. Matters of personnel boards will not be heard or discussed. So does anybody in the public have anything to say? Karen?
Karen Wiles. I am looking to ask the select board to make a policy to allow committees or public to attend committee meetings through Zoom. We've had one member of multiple committees that has not been able to attend due to health, but he would be able to attend through Zoom. I asked Letitia about it. She said we don't have a policy for that.
A policy.
So I'm just putting it forward now that we could really use a policy for that.
Does anybody want to task to look into a Zoom policy?
I look at the beach committee, they're at the beach, they're here, so that's.
I'm not just talking about the beach committee.
I understand what you're talking about, but that's kind of like.
It's a major policy, it's not easy.
That would not work.
You could look into it. I mean, all we can say is we can look into it and see if it makes sense for the town.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Andrew?
Town manager, what was the school budget?
Oh, let me go back and.
$1 billion.
I'm moving fast.
$5,391,893.
That's not.
You have a backup question to that?
No. A couple things.
You just
to keep in
waving at me?
mind before some of these warrant items go to town. The fire hydrant ordinance falls back on an association. A lot of these side roads aren't associations. A lot of these subdivisions aren't associations.
That's for no one.
I understand moving forward, but is there anything written in there that says, I want to build a 6-lot subdivision off Conmean Road, I have to make it an association? Is that written anywhere?
In the ordinance?
Yeah.
It's in the ordinance that you have to,
No, it's in the ordinance that the association has to pay for it. but there is nothing stating that it has to be an association. I think that's something you need to look
I think it's a
into.
state law. The subdivisions on town roads need to have a formed road association. Sure.
I'll save the rest for another time.
Okay. Anybody else have any other comments? Why?
As you talked about GP cog,
Oh, yeah.
we just had received 2 file cabinets. And while we were there, they offered us some goodies. They gave us approximately $1,000 worth of safety equipment. Flashing lights, foldable cones.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Just, all their ask was, take pictures of them when they're out there so we can get more grant money.
Thanks. Has there been a safety committee meeting?
Not that I know of.
You know, I worked my butt off in that as a committee chair.
I actually just got a
That's
program.
very upsetting.
Just got a digital
I'm
program.
talking as a resident now. That's upsetting, because I put a lot of time with the state on that. We're gonna lose status.
I've been keeping my eye
Guys, we
up.
got the additional 5%, now we're gonna lose status if, that's too bad. Guess we'll save that for another day.
Thank you, Jim.
And no one else, everyone else good? We have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion, we adjourn. Second.
All in favor? Motion to adjourn?